Appreciate your work, Cap. Can't call in because I'm at work. But what questions should I be asking when vetting a wife candidate? When you first meet a woman, you want to act, and this is mainly for women. I mean, brothers. When you first meet a woman, you got to make sure you understand. You can't just say, "Do you got a man?" You damn near got to say, "Do you got to jump off? You got sneaky link? You have somebody you're having sex with? Do you have friends with benefits?" You got to really narrow it down first. And then even when she answers you, let's say she says yes, of course, you're not going to talk to her. Let's say she says no. Do not take her word for it right away. Because remember, in the worldly concept, you can lie and say you ain't got a man. You can lie and say, "Oh, yeah, I believe this, I believe that." Secondly, you want to start teaching her what it means to be your wife from the gate. And you, at the same time, you want to have like regular conversation. You almost got to know how to blend both of them. You got to not be, you don't want to be religious. Like you don't want to get in there, Exodus 21 said, "We sleep together. That's mine." The Lord said you got to do this. The man is the head of every man is the woman, because if you come off too religious, you'll be a turnoff. So you want to be exactly the same man that you always are, but your questions got to be pointed to where she know that it's different. You got to squeeze in. The reason why I'm asking if you got a man, because if you're having sex with somebody, that's your husband. You got to say questions like that. You got to say like, "Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm trying to get to know you. I want to court you." You got to say things like that. And you want to look at her response. You'll be surprised. Some women don't want to be courted. Some women is looking for a jump off. Some women is looking for a real relationship. You got to make sure that you break that part down first. You're going to make a laugh and joke and all that. You're going to do all that, but you got to make sure. If you're a man that have other wives, you got to say, "Hey, I got other women." You got to bring that out too. You got to be honest. You as a man got to be honest. You got to say, because when you ask her if she got a man, for sure she's gonna come back and say to you, "Do you got a woman?" And if you got a woman, you're gonna have to say, "Yeah, I got some ribs. I got women." And then and I'm gonna tell you, and brothers be thinking y'all gotta lie about having another woman. Y'all don't even know how much of an aphrodisiac that is. Let me lean back a little bit. Let me lean back a little bit for this one. When you ask a woman if you got a man, she say no, and she asks you if you got a woman, and you say yeah. You know what the first question she asks? Do they know about each other? When you tell them yeah, I want to say the vagina get moist. I mean, because it's damn near like that type of authority is unheard of in the earth when it comes to relationships, because most men lie to women. You can't be a punk when it comes to a real wife, real husband relationship. You can't, don't be weak like that. Don't be a sucker. Like, don't be a sucker and lie to this woman and get this woman in a nasty way. And then when she become a monster, you're like, "I don't know what happened, Cap." But then when I'm counseling y'all and I say to you, "Did you tell her you had other wives?" "Nah, I didn't tell her." Now you putting me, I'm going to tell y'all, when y'all do that, y'all put me in a bad spot when I'm counseling. Because now because like I got to counsel, but then I got to counsel with your wicked ass lying to her. And I got to make sure I don't come off as if I'm hustling her. So don't do that. You got to be just as honest as you want her to be in the honesty. You got to start teaching her about the law, statutes, and commandments. Because if she ain't about the Lord, do not have sex with her. If she ain't about keeping these commandments, if she ain't about obeying, if she ain't about doing what you say, you do not want to. What my man Bell Biv DeVoe said, don't trust a big butt and a smile. Do a vetting process. Do a courting process. Have disagreements. Disagreements are a good thing because you want to draw out the real woman. You want to draw out the real man. You sisters, man, y'all listen, man. Niggas know how to hustle the hell out of y'all. Y'all be thinking y'all so smart too. Women be thinking they so smart till they getting bent over by a nigga they thought would never be bending them over. Then when the sex is over, I can't believe that nigga laughed me out my drawers. That nigga drunk me out my drawers. He paid out me out my drawers. Now because the lust done left you, and the same thing goes for men. Now because the lust done left you, now reality set in. I got to stay here with this woman. I got to stay here with this man. You got to be careful. So those are the things that you want to do in vetting a wife. All right. Last question I saw, it says, I'll do this one being that it's on subject. Kat, what do I do if I came in the truth, but my wife still wants to live in the world? You going to have to stay in the truth. And there's going to come, it's going right now. Let's say if you in the truth, and this goes for a man, for a husband or a wife, whichever one comes into the truth and the other one still wants to live in the world, as long as they respect you in the truth and the rules that you set forth as far as being in the truth and don't try to bring you into the world, you can stay together. Here's why you stay together. Because if there comes a time, you being in the truth may win her into the truth, or you being in the truth may win him into the truth. This is 1 Corinthians 7. 1 Corinthians 7 and
if you feel like your brain craves
Hispanics, Native Indians, than I would ever give a white man. A white man get, and Yara, that's how you should have handled that. You should have handled that white boy like that. Because before we bring on the next caller, just bear with me 1 second. When that white man that Yara was debating admitted that Jesus was black, just like this white man admitted that Jesus was black, you were supposed to harp on that. You were supposed to harp on how could Jesus be black and the white man took his identity away just like he took our identity away. Because sure we ain't got no problems.
Sure. We ain't got no, me and you, dog.
I've been joined to this nigga forever. We like this, son.
Like my man 50 grand. Yo. And it's true because we really ain't get to be on the show together all the time.
No, we've been so busy, like it's so rare because of schedules and shit like that. So it's always a good thing when you're here.
But who's this guy? Oh, that's a fly John. Who's behind that Katazai? That's not the Zob, man. Subscribe to Tribe Vibes.
Yeah,
if y'all ain't on Tribe Vibes, and just know, man, I got some fly gear coming.
Yeah.
But what's his name? What? Truth and Telos. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can.
What's going on? You got a question or a comment?
Yeah. So it's interesting. You said that you don't have to prove your identity to the white man. Is that the claim?
Hello? Say that one more. Wait, hold on. Is there somebody else going?
He muted the caller, and then now we're talking to
now. What? Say that one more time.
Yeah. So the claim is you don't have to prove your identity to the white man. Is that what that means?
That's correct.
So,
that's absolutely correct.
So what do you constitute as proving your identity?
So when a white man says, so we the children of Israel, and when a white man comes and tells me, prove I'm the children of Israel, I don't have to prove it to him. I don't have to prove it. I don't have to.
Who do you prove it to? Who do you prove it to?
Nobody.
Right, because you have no proof, right?
Wait, are you white? I'm assuming.
You have no proof, right?
Are we gonna have a conversation or not? I'm asking you a question. Are you white?
I asked you a question first, but yeah, I'll answer your question. Go ahead.
Slow down. Before you asked me my question, I asked you the question first.
Okay.
I said, are you white?
Yes, I'm white.
Okay. Do you have to prove your identity to anybody?
Absolutely not.
So why do I have to prove my identity to you?
Because you're making a claim that you're an Israelite.
Why am I making the claim? Why am I making the claim?
Because those words are leaving your mouth.
That's not why I'm making the claim.
That is because the words are leaving your mouth.
No, it's not. It's actually simpler than that. I'm making the claim of who I am because your ancestors stole that option from my ancestors. Your ancestors, when they brought us over here in slavery, took away our identity, our history, our culture. So now it's my ancestors that then discovered that we are the children of Israel. So now we identify ourselves outside of your system.
Anybody can say anything they want.
Absolutely. No, I didn't. You're absolutely.
So your ancestors could make the claim.
Your ancestors said you're American. You believe you're American, right?
My ancestors never said I'm American.
Do you believe you're American?
I'm an American citizen.
No, that's cap. Y'all believe that y'all are the Americans, even though the natives, the Mexicans, the Tainos, the Seminole Indians existed here before y'all came here.
Okay.
So as the thank you. So as the white man came over here and ravished, raped, and pillaged every people that he can think of, took away their identity, how can you, when I'm saying you, not you in general, how can you or the white man come and tell me I'm not who I say I am? That's my question.
Can you reframe the question? Because
how can you, after your people took away my identity, how can you now come and question who I say I am?
Because it's a false claim to say the identity of the Africans was taken away when they were made slaves.
It's false to who?
To the history of the transatlantic slave trade.
No, it's not. Even that's bullshit. And you want to know why that's bullshit? Because when we brought over here, if y'all cared so much about the identity of the people on the slave boats, you would have never taken it away in the first place. This is why I say it's white supremacy. Like, you're a white supremacist. And you're going to say, no, I'm not. I'm not a white supremacist. Because you've lived in this society, in this system so long, you think that you have the right to come to black people, Hispanic people, and say, no, you're not the people of the book. Now you think you're going to teach me history about what we were or were not when we got off the boats, right? That's what you're about to say, right?
No, what I would claim, though, is that I'm actually the people of the book, right? Anybody can claim anything they want.
Facts. I never said they couldn't. But you
So where's
can't tell me I'm not who I am.
Where's your proof? You just need the proof.
Where's your proof?
Exactly. That's the whole point, Captain.
No. Where's your proof? Answer the question.
There is no proof.
There is no proof to who?
For anybody to make.
There is no proof to who? You can't say to anybody because we have proof.
Where's your proof?
Now we get into it. We just don't have to prove it to you. let me give y'all a great history lesson. You know what black people do? Shedeur Sanders just proved he can take.
This is what Ivy League universities you can get into with a 3.6 GPA.
90%
being blackballed by the NFL by accepting being the 5th round pick by the white man. And just getting drafted in the 5th round was enough for him. Prior to that, in movies like Men of Honor, I was just talking about this. Movies like Men of Honor, where Cuba Gooding starred in there, which is a true story. The black man has to prove that he can go underwater, put together the submarine pipe, and then damn near die just to prove that he can do it. The Tuskegee Airmen have to prove that they can fly airplanes to the white man. There's nothing that blacks and Hispanic have not tried to prove to be accepted by white people, only to not be accepted. So when you say I have to prove it to you, I don't. But you know who I will prove it to? I will prove it to my people. When they come into class, like when Kadazai did that 12-tribe chart breakdown, it was not, was that for white people, Kadazai?
Hell no.
It was not for white people. It was to give my people their identity, because if we leave it to you devils, you'll tell us we're everything. So here's my question to you. If we're not the children of Israel, who are we?
Well, there's a distinction between Africans and like Hispanic people. So are you talking about Africans or
who are we? That's all I'm asking.
So you are a black man, which means you came from sub-Saharan Africa. That's where your ancestors came from.
Who am I?
Oh, you're a guy on YouTube.
No. Who am I? Give me my ethnicity. What's my ethnicity?
Yeah, I just told you. If
I'm
you're
black,
a black
right?
man, which I assume
Black.
you are.
And you
Yeah.
know I'm black because of your ancestors, right?
Oh, what's that?
I don't know why you whispering, nigga. I can hear you.
Somebody whispering.
Yeah, somebody whispering some shit. Tell that nigga to talk too. So now, why am I black by ethnicity? It's because your ancestors sold us, right?
No, it's because your ancestors come from sub-Saharan Africa.
Oh, so you saying I'm not black by ethnicity because your ancestors sold us? Your ancestors,
Right. That's like a side note.
That's not a side note.
Doesn't change where your ancestors came from.
What was I before I was ethnically called black?
You were a sub-Saharan African. That's what your ancestors.
Sub-Saharan African doesn't even mean anything.
That's like,
Well, to you, maybe it
like
doesn't.
being a southerner from
No, when you say
America.
sub-Saharan Africa, you know how big sub-Saharan Africa is? That's stupid.
Yeah,
name
it's a geographical location.
me 5 tribes from sub-Saharan Africa. Go.
I couldn't do that.
Dumb nigga. That's what that's you's a dumb nigga. That's the whole point.
Okay,
But
that's
you
good.
want to, and that's my point. So a white man can come and tell me I'm from sub-Saharan Africa, but can't name nothing in sub-Saharan Africa, and then at the same breath tell me I'm not an Israelite and I'm supposed to listen to this nigga. I'm supposed
Because
to
you don't have
man.
proof. The proof is
That's
in
right.
in the history of sub-Saharan Africa.
Is Jesus Christ black or white?
No, Jesus Christ was a brown man.
So he wasn't white, right?
Correct.
But now who made him white?
Caesar Borgia.
No.
That's who he was. That's who the image
That's
is.
right. But
Right.
who made him white and who gave us a white Jesus?
Who chose Caesar Borgia to be that image?
I would imagine the Catholic Church.
And they were what? What nationality? What ethnicity were they?
They were probably mainly comprised of Europeans. Yeah.
So white people. Okay.
So then even Jesus doesn't get respect from white people. Let that sit.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not saying that's right for Caesar Borgia. Yeah.
Y'all don't even
was a good
respect
one.
Jesus. Y'all
Well,
took
I didn't
Jesus'
make Caesar
identity.
Borgia.
And this is why we don't have to prove ourselves to white people. Y'all don't even respect Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Y'all
Let's.
made Jesus white. Y'all made Jesus Christ white. Then we say we Israelites. You telling me I'm wrong to say that we're Israelites, but then you say Jesus Christ was brown. So if Jesus Christ was brown, I think I'm brown too. So if Jesus,
You're
Christ was brown,
right. Jesus Christ wasn't sub-Saharan African, though.
then you just said we sub-Saharan African.
Right, and Jesus Christ was not sub-Saharan African.
No, and neither were we.
Well,
Is Elon Musk?
that's where
Elon Musk South African? Is Elon Musk South African?
yeah, but that's thousands of years removed from.
Is he, so is he African then?
Yeah, correct. Thousands of years after the fact, yes, white people colonized South Africa.
Wait.
This
So
is not.
So he can be South African because white people lived in South Africa, right? That's why you're saying that, right?
Right. Yeah, like thousands of years after Christ walked the earth.
If you or a loved one were sexually abused at these Illinois youth facilities.
Wait, so when Jerusalem fell and Israelites went into Africa, the same way Elon Musk can be South African, even though he's white, is the same way we can be Israelites that lived in Africa. I can in the Bible, were Israelites in Africa in the Bible?
Yes, correct. They're in Egypt.
And would they still be Israelites even though they was in Africa?
Correct. Yes, because it came from a genealogy.
I love conversations like this because I show how stupid white people are. And y'all, black people love to think that white people are intelligent, they're smart, they're kind, they're everything. And the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
That's the only thing he could ever be. And so he want to sit here and tell me I'm sub-Saharan African ethnically. And Kadazai said, hey, can you name 5 countries over there? No, I can't.
Not even the
Well, you said 5 tribes.
Not the tribes. Yeah, the tribes.
You could have named 5 countries anyways.
What's the 5 countries?
They 5.
What's the 5?
Of countries?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got
Uh-huh.
what's that? Congo, Ghana. You've got
Yeah, stop Googling.
Yeah, no, I'm not Googling.
Stop Googling.
This is how Yara,
Zimbabwe.
this is how Yara was supposed to treat the white man yesterday. The white man is a piece of shit.
Right.
Especially when it comes to our identity. Now, I have conversations with all of them. I'm having a conversation with one right now. Didn't hang up on him or anything. But he is not the litmus test of who we are, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The white man could never be the litmus test because he took away Jesus. If he gonna take Jesus' identity away, for sure he don't give a damn about you.
Again, I never took Jesus' identity away. I just told you that he was not white.
Wait, slow down. Yo.
Don't miss out on the opportunity for a quality leather jacket. Yatazar Pale X Diversity is introducing their Real Nigga University Letterman jacket. Don't be the only one without one. Order yours today. www.diversitymall.com. Oh yeah, and they take Afterpay. So get yours today.
But now check it out. You got the 1969 on that side. Look at that One West emblem on that side right there. Look at that. Look at that. That's real ice dripping. Like that's real leather dripping. You got the back. And then, if anybody ever question us putting nigga on the jacket, you got Acts 13:1 engraved right here on the front.
Shout out to Yara Dawn out in Chicago with these badass sweatshirts. I look good as shit in it. God damn it. Y'all should go get one. These badass sweat hoods. UBK Nigga University.
Hoodie season. Used to pick a switch before I took a beat. Now if we get the stick, it ain't what you thinking. Yeah, this feel like hoodie season. It's hard on my sleeve coat.
He's the man that came up with the term African American. Right. We from now on we call African American. But now if somebody run up on you and say we should leave this place, you turn to them and say, "Where we gonna go?" Right.
They have the American flag and the symbols of red, white, and blue, but it's black people.
Right.
So it's not they're not repping who they are.
Right.
They're repping the country that they serve.
These leaders that don't care about their community, you know what I'm saying, that always, you know what I'm saying, just focusing on winning gold medals and championships and different things of that nature, and have no thought to the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community, it's gonna come back at home.
Enough for hearing that happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood. Even Emmett Till was somewhat similar. It's like once something happens to a white woman, that's the justification to kill all niggas.
At the same city, at the same time as the Klansmen, the Purple Boys had a mass march on the other in downtown, but blocks away, and did not cross paths with that.
Real Nigga University in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
blow a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you, keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes, there's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll poly grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on this war been my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in this war been my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani. My wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home and change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on the face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. It's that guy flow.
Testing 1, 2. We back on the. Oh yeah, we good. We back good. Give it up. Give it up. Back on the set. Come on, please. You understand? Like I was saying, I was doing my introduction. Before I was so rudely interrupted by the no sound knowledge. So we went over Officer Yaradon to my far right. We got Officer Iwalum in the building. Give it up. Give it up. And to my far left, Officer Mayad in the building. You understand? And y'all know me. No introduction is needed. Get me right on that.
The mayhem in the building.
No introduction, dollar. So what's new, Akim and Irv? Talk to me, man. What's happening? When we get into these topics, man.
If I may,
please.
You know that we got, you know how we always have our high holy days and remembrances of the Lord. Americans gonna try. They doing their ugly Memorial Day on Monday. You understand? Memorizing all the murderers, all the ones, the unalived, all our people and oppressed our people.
Yeah,
them the ones that we have to remember now.
That's you know we in a hell of a fire kingdom when their day really represents our hell. Get me right on that, my y'all. Like Memorial Day is for all they fallen soldiers. And all they fallen soldiers represent, you know what I'm saying, oppression for us.
Right.
But guess what blacks and Hispanics gonna be doing on a day, you know what I'm saying, that represents their oppression? Who can take a big fat guess what they're gonna be doing? Apatazar?
Celebrating, son.
You're gonna be celebrating with your slave master on Memorial Day, grills out, barbecue out, eating the world's #1 abomination. The pig, right? That's gonna be slapped over everybody. Why you just can't go get beef hot dogs, man?
Or turkey.
Yeah, it's like eating pork for you Negroes and Hispanics. But you just got to eat the pig, man. Just it goes to show you that certain things just been ingrained in our mind. You know what I'm saying? From slavery that we just cannot shake. Okay, but listen, the Lord is shaking that out of your brain. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got brothers and sisters coming in droves into the truth right now. Because that's the Most High waking you up to the truth.
That's right.
And the truth is a beautiful thing when a man come in there and ain't obeying the slave master no more. Think about in the world, you celebrated every holiday to a T. You know what I'm saying? That the white man said. White man tell you when to get your kids gifts, Christmas. You do it. You understand? White man tell you when to celebrate Jesus Christ's resurrection on Easter. You know what I'm saying? You do it. Mother's Day.
Right.
Give your mother a gift on this day. Father's Day, you Your father can been a complete asshole. It don't matter. It don't matter. Get him a gift on this. Like he dictate every day, you know what I'm saying, for you to give your, your loved one something. And then we turn around and say, well, we ain't slaves, we do what we want to do. I can't tell. You know what I'm saying? So however, the men in the IGBK, we would not be celebrating Memorial Day. You know what I'm saying? Come Monday.
Damn right.
I appreciate the day off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Too.
Get it right on that. Go ahead.
Paid day off at that.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Paid day off. we definitely, you know what I'm saying, appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as us barbecuing and, you know what I'm saying, memorizing, all the fallen soldiers of America, that is something that we won't be doing.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? So hell with that. All right. Where we going first?
Come.
Let's
We
get
got first up. We're gonna go into a historical moment for not only the UPK of Chicago when we were over on 79th Street on the South Side. You understand? But of course, it's a historical moment for just the South Side of Chicago of the tearing down of one of the most atrocious liquor stores by the Arabic community that they put up in our community. Happy. Calling it Happy's is insane when we go there because we sad. That's the craziest work.
Right.
And they was something that was necessary.
Yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Listen, at the end of the day, that was right up the street from our old school on 79th. 930, it was 938, wasn't it? 938 East 79th Street.
I'm right.
That was our first building. Give it up. You know what I'm saying? That building there, you know what I'm saying, man. Listen, that was the spot there. Even though, you know what I'm saying, the school itself, you know what I'm saying, was in the Carters.
Right.
The school itself, you know what I'm saying, was right under what you would call New Jack City, was in that building. Everything was being sold in that building, you know what I'm saying, but the health. Okay.
Right.
But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying, we pulled through, you know what I'm saying, we made it a great place. But after a while, you know what I'm saying, it had become just a little, you know what I'm saying, too out of control, you know what I mean, for students who may want to come learn. And brothers out there want to, when you open up a school, you want to put it, and I wouldn't even say a safe environment, but you want to put it in an environment where your students are able to just come and learn and not feel like they in the world,
right,
so to speak. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So big up to that spot over there. You know what I mean? We used to go there, you know, when we needed strength, and you know what I mean. I know we used to hit that joint up. You know what I mean? A lot of memories from over that in that area. It was that area over there is definitely a rough area.
Oh yeah,
how long had that liquor store been up?
Shoot, Cap, that thing been up forever. Like Happy's, that's been on that corner of 79th and Cottage as long as I can remember, from when I was a kid. Because my pops, when he used to be in the game, you know what I mean. It's a spot down there that sell Italian beefs and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he used to go. Happy's was there then. I'm telling. This is what 30, 40 years ago.
Do we got an article or video on it?
No, we got a video coming.
We got a video
of them taking down the sign.
All right, let's go. Y'all want to play it? Let's go ahead and play that. Brother, chime in anytime you want.
Slug got one.
Go ahead.
If I could, are they putting some like a Christian church over there or something in this place?
Yeah,
that's what they doing.
Yeah, you know we gonna go again.
Okay.
People are not. We are not going in the direction That's what the ISUPK represent. You know what I'm saying? We are the voice for the voiceless. You see what I'm saying? And it's very important that every brother that's in the UPK, you know what I'm saying, that you look at your job and take your job very serious, because that's what it is. We speaking up for the people that's beat down. You know what I'm saying? That people just want to run over and feel as though they can do whatever the hell they want. Until the UPK step on the scene, you know what I'm saying? We're going to step up and say what need to be said. And man, listen, once again, the truth is what's so desperately needed during this particular time. And them Arabs, you got to think, they ain't that community right there is a straight up Judite community, otherwise known as a Afro-American community, right? Damn near 100% black over there. But yet Arabs was on that corner clocking every dollar, you know what I'm saying? In that on that joint. Mapataza, please give him the mic.
And if I could, sir, you
Go
know,
ahead.
I gotta bring this out.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? They shut the liquor store down because they said it was destroying the community. But what they finna put up there is a church, which is the #1 destroyer of black people.
That's it.
You know what I'm
Get the
saying?
brother a hand. Right. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, because I want.
Just on you was saying how long it was up.
Yeah,
I'm reading it says 40 plus years. So this was established in the end of the 70s and early 80s.
Yeah.
It's been up.
But think about how much money, you know what I'm saying? This is a whole total other race of people. Think how much money the black dollar. Then y'all wonder why the black dollar don't circulate.
Right.
Like where is this is why the Lord said the gates language, because black leadership is ridiculous. How is it that people from another nationality are able to come in our communities and take our money up out of there, you know what I'm saying, and ain't nothing ever get done about it?
Right.
Common says, Salaki, sir, it's strictly by design.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
They give, when these people come into this country, you know what I'm saying, they give them grants, they give them tax breaks, they give them a map and tell them, we'll give you X amount of dollars to start a business over here. You can start a business over here, but you'll get more money if you start over here amongst the niggas.
You know what'd be crazy? Like the white man allow, you know what I'm saying, nations to come in and open up businesses in our neighborhood that he got conflicts with. He just went to war with Korea, and guess what? Now the Koreans is in your neighborhood owning all the laundromats.
Right.
Damn, we can't own a laundromat out where we putting quarters in the machine. You understand? Like, this is straight up and down. Black people, come on now. Where we at, man?
Yeah,
this is insanity right here. You understand? The white man go to war with Iran. You see they having a conflict with Iran. Watch the Iranians be over here, you know what I'm saying, frying you chicken.
Damn.
You understand? or selling you liquor or on whatever. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Which goes to show you that, you know, he goes to war with them physically, but he goes to war with us spiritually.
Damn right. That's
why part of the reason why we so beat down. The condition that you see our people in, we ain't put ourselves in that position. You see what I'm saying? Now, why are we saying this? Is because we got a victim mentality? Hell no. We ain't got no victim mentality. We going to war, but we understand how to go to war.
Right.
And you go to war by teaching your people the truth.
Right.
And fighting against the spirits, you know, the spirits and the philosophies that have our people so goddamn destroyed. You see what I'm saying? Speaking up, opening our mouth, and that's what we doing. Ain't no victim mentality. You know what I'm saying? All nations do this. When nation, you know what I'm saying, is suffering and dying and in despair, you know what I'm saying, they get together, you know what I'm saying, and they talk about what need to be done. That's what we doing in the ISUPK. We so oppressed in this place, they don't even want you to talk about your oppression.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, shut your mouth, drip that back. And they were told LeBron.
Right.
And what LeBron do? That his mouth drip that ball.
Basketball.
Give me, right. Go ahead, y'all done. Get out.
Salaki out of one. You just remind me of, you know what I'm saying, even Trump, you know what I'm saying? Trump, you know what I'm saying, talking about these, you know what I'm saying, South Africans, you know what I'm saying, they're supposed to be over there being murdered in a genocide.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is a total lie.
You
know what I'm saying? But you know, as soon as the white man thinks something is happening to his people, he's gonna speak up against it, and we gotta fix this right away. You know, we gotta hop right on top of this
without question.
Right.
Something get done to him, he gonna complain about whoever's doing this to him. But the minute that black men say something, be quiet, go get a job. Shut up. Stop blaming the white man.
Right.
You understand? Damn, we can't even open my mouth. That's one piece of hell of oppression to be over. But see, what I learned being in the truth, my yard, is that I don't supposed to obey man.
Damn right.
We supposed to obey God.
Damn
And the
right.
Lord said, cry loud and spare
They're
not,
not.
lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
That's right.
And tell my people Israel they transgressions.
That's right.
Ain't that what the Most High said?
Right.
Your voice is that's the most beautiful thing that you can do. Black men walking around with these powerful voices, use it.
All
right. Let's play the video real quick if we could.
Look, if you're from Chicago, you know the significance of this because, man, look, I don't know, folks have been murdered on this block, you know what I'm saying? Mothers who lost their sons on this block. So it's like a meeting ground for darkness. You know what I'm saying? So years ago, we did outreach on
Look at that. Look.
So this is monumental. From what I believe, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be made into
Look at this guy. It's
sweet.
Got that.
Oh man.
Stop right there.
Good night.
You see the problem?
Yeah, come.
Like once again, you know what I'm saying? This is fake revolutionary type material right here. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna not look at the biggest problem that exists amongst blacks and Hispanics, which is the Christian church. You ain't gonna look at that as the problem. You're gonna blame the liquor store, you know what I'm saying, for all the problems of black people. But you're gonna ride past the church like the church ain't got nothing to do, you know what I'm saying, without destruction. Right? Go ahead, IJ. I thought you had your hand up. Go ahead, my
I was gonna say, Kevin, and then they got their brother talking about, yeah, you know, I know people who lost their lives and their mothers crying. And like they lost their lives because of the liquor store, or did they lose their lives because of the cheap drugs and the guns that have been pumped into our community because the opportunities have been taken from our people, because the hope has been drained out of our people. It's because of the liquor store, though, Cap. It ain't because of the white man and the oppression.
Look, you see this guy here with that smile right there?
Come.
Listen, that they don't know. They letting Puff P. Diddy, you know what I'm saying, into their neighborhood right there. You see what P. Diddy do, you know. I'm coming to you, Pre. You see what P. Diddy do, you know what I'm saying, when he do what he do. You see what I'm saying? Like, we got to start looking at the Christian church as the damn epitome of why we so destroyed.
Damn right.
Liquor ain't the reason why we destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, you know what I'm saying, everybody shouldn't drink liquor, you know what I'm saying? And of course, when you being oppressed, you know what I'm saying, you might make quite a few frequent trips to the liquor store more than the norm. You see what I'm saying? But when you don't look at the number one enemy to black people, which is Christianity, that's your problem right there. You know what I'm saying? When you shut, what they should be doing is celebrating taking down the church. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can see all these churches like the damn plantation. Everybody's so happy about the plantation burning down. Why y'all won't be happy if a church burned down?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that is the new form of where the plantation's been transferred. You see what I'm saying? We was physically on the plantation. Then now, how do we get on the spiritual plantation? The church. Because the church, like we were just saying, the Arabs in our community, the Chinese, the Koreans, how did they get in our community? The philosophy of the Christian church. What does the Christian church tell you? God love everybody. You supposed to love your enemy. Now what this take down the defense of black people. So when we see other nations in our community, we ain't got no defense against it because the church is teaching you this.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all the alcoholics that was going to the store in this community, it's the church the reason why they was alcoholics. Yeah, that's the part y'all ain't playing to. Now you gonna go put, you know what I'm saying, the one place that was causing them to drink alcohol, now you're gonna move the liquor store. I ain't saying you shouldn't move the liquor store,
right.
But what you replacing it with is even more insanity. Like, you look at this cat right here. This cat is look like he done molested about 91 children. You see what I'm? Look at his face. You can't even. But a person who ain't in the truth, they can't even see that this is a full out demon that's about to be in their community. My partner's eye. And you know, just to piggyback off what you and my y'all was just saying, you know, me. The general, you and myself, we just rolled past this place and they claimed to
liquor store was the problem. We just rolled past it.
Mhm.
They doing the same exact thing out there. You still got the same people out there on each goddamn corner doing the same thing that was going on while the liquor store was up, which tells you that the liquor store itself wasn't the problem.
But yeah, but what you saying is so heavy, y'all. You know, get the brother in hand. You know what I'm saying? What you saying is so heavy because guess what? The people who was going to Happy's, guess where they gonna go to now that Happy's they did. Go ahead, y'all done.
The liquor store right down the street.
that's where they go. That's exactly where they go. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I mean, black people, we got to stop this. And then we on the corner, the sister on the ground praying up to God, all this fake shit here, man. You know what I'm saying? Acting like we finna get fixed now because the liquor store is gone.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When they go right up the block to the next liquor store to go get drunk. You see what I'm saying? And why is the reason that they're getting drunk? Because these the people who've been molested, man. You understand? Why did they get molested? Who they getting molested by? The people in the church, your preachers, your reverends. You see what I'm saying? The people that's supposed to be teaching them about God are the most disgusting men in the community. And guess what? These same preachers and all that, a lot of them in the political field as well. Notice how people who involved in the religious field, they also in the political field as well.
Right. That's right.
And these be the ones that be signing deals to let Arabs and Chinese come in your community to get the money, you know what I'm saying, out of you. They know this. So now the community, you know what I'm saying, black people can't get jobs within their own community.
Right.
This is how much of a attack that we under. And your preachers is the ones that sanction it, huh? And you walk right past them and don't look at them like they the problem.
Right.
When you know they the problem.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead for this plan this tape.
Hey, Cap, if I could, while he loaded up.
Go ahead.
And last time I checked, Cap, when we was in the neighborhood, they talking about the liquor store, that gas station that's down the street owned by the Arabs. It seemed like when we was there, what was it, every 3 months, we hear, even to this day, Cap. Even to this day. Over the weekend, that gas station gets shot up on a regular basis out of one. We got classes at 79 teachers where we sitting there teaching and we can hear the shots busting off in the background while we teaching class. So they shutting the liquor store down, talking about the people that done died. What about that gas station where they selling dope in front of the gas station and the Arabs they're supplying dope out of the gas station?
Right. Go ahead, play that thing.
It was prior to this, it was tornadoes, sandstorms. They had a sandstorm till 1930s. You know what I'm saying? In Chicago, that was pissed. You can't stop the church. At one point, people was like, cut that straight off. Because, and I love that because it ain't about one church. It's about all of us as one being church. And that is what is going to spark the change in the city. Us as one.
When you say when the soul of our feet tread, that you will give it to us. So God, I am grateful that you have given us this space. I am grateful that you have given us this life. When we stand here, we say you're not done. You're not done with us yet. So God, if you give us the resources, we will purchase this whole corner. In the name of Jesus.
Here come the money, here come the hustle.
We will make sure that there's quality housing for our people. Where there's storefronts, we promise to bring quality business.
Right.
On 79th and Michigan, so it wasn't just one church. What was once a corner of death is now a corner of life.
He's trying to get that.
Where we at with it? Go ahead.
Slice, sir.
Hold on 1 second, IG. Go ahead, run one.
The controller. One more.
We got to let's get it. Whoever got the question or response, come on with it. Let them handle it.
Oh, Slack.
Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Barakatah.
Go ahead, brother. Got a question or comment?
Khan, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, Ward.
Shalom, Lord Christ. I don't want you.
Lord Christ.
If I may, sir, I just want to ask a question that should be obvious to the obvious audience. Why is it that the Christian church makes our people believe there's something drinking alcohol when in Scripture it clearly states in Proverbs 31:6-7, give strong drink to him that is who is perished and wine of heart. Why is it that you wrong as the and not address the cause of the issue?
You breaking up a whole lot, officer.
Slaki, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you now. Go ahead. Repeat what you said.
So, in Proverbs, Proverbs 31:6 talks about strong drink to a man who is oppressed, right? And my question is that the church is using alcohol as a scapegoat instead of addressing the cause of our in the Black and brown community.
I think I hear what he said. Maya, what you heard?
So he was saying that, where it says in the scriptures that, give a man a strong drink for his affliction.
Right.
He's saying that it's kind of strange how the Christian church is using alcohol as the scapegoat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To as a scapegoat for the pain of the people instead of addressing the causes, the real causes that are causing the pain and the death and the destruction in that area.
Man, get a brother a hand for that's an excellent question. Well, the obvious answer is because the Christian church is the house of where cowards live.
Damn right.
And what I mean by that is the Christian church will blame the Christian church will blame the people for the problem. They'll blame black people. They'll blame liquor. They'll blame the YNs or whatever. But the one thing that they never do is blame themselves. Right. You see what I'm saying, for the problem. And this is why don't nothing ever change. Because they the ones that's supposed to be teaching black people morals. They the ones that like black people ain't gonna be on the drugs and be alcoholics if the church was actually doing the job, you know what I'm saying, that they were supposed to do, which is to teach us morality. But since they failed at the job, they do the obvious thing that any coward would do, was just blame alcohol. You understand? Instead of blaming the one thing that we supposed to be blaming, which is that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks.
That's right.
And why don't they blame the so-called white man? Because black people are scared of white supremacy. You understand? So instead of saying that the white man is the problem and that white supremacy is the problem, the easiest thing to do is just to blame alcohol.
Damn right, sir.
That's it. Blame the liquor store. Now that the liquor store is down, now the people that in the neighborhood are gonna be fixed because they took Happy's off the corner.
Right.
IG.
If I could add to your point too, Cap, the brother, he brought up the scripture about alcohol making man glad. He has to remember that the Christian church don't know the Bible.
Right.
The pastor probably don't even know that's a scripture in the Bible.
That's it. Y'all done?
Also, I don't want just like you're saying, this Christian mentality is in a couple of years they're going to be blaming that community.
Right.
Because, we done got the liquor store out the way. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all just not doing right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When at the end of the day, you offer no solutions for Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian problems.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
You in your Christian church, you sitting up in the, you know what I'm saying, singing and dancing every week. You know what I'm saying? You offering no solutions to the problems that our people are really facing out here in these streets.
That's right.
What Christianity tells you do, you know what I'm saying, which is super evil. That was a heavy point you brought out, Yardan, is they tell you to join the people that's oppressing you. Once again, black people, you so asleep, you don't even know or even understand that you're being oppressed.
Right.
And you don't understand that you're being oppressed because leaders from the past have decided that joining America and joining the white supremacy was the best thing for us to do. So you a victim in all of this. You wake up in 2025 and our children are totally destroyed. They totally destroyed because we have followed and joined ourselves to a oppressive system that's against us. Like the Lord say, your covenant with death shall be disannulled.
Right.
Like the Most High got to break you supposed to have a covenant with the Most High. And that covenant is, listen, you keep the law, statutes, and commandments, we'll be the top people. We'll be the top nation by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. But instead, you want to bypass the Most High and you want to go, make a covenant with the United States government of America.
Right.
The same government that put you in slavery.
Right.
The same government that put crack in your neighborhoods.
Right.
The same government that killed all your leaders. You now want to go be in league with.
Right.
And you in league with that because of the Christianity belief. God's laws is done away. We know it's done away with. That they tell you that so the preachers can go molest children and say, listen, they tell before they molest the child, you know what they tell them? Ain't nobody perfect.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Before you know it, they walk into the liquor store getting drunk every day because they can't get that crime out of their mind what's been done to them by the pastor. Or it ain't got to be the pastor. Some member in the church who claiming to be a man of God.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the church is the problem, not the liquor store. You understand, Lamont?
Come on, if I may,
Please.
The liquor store and the Christian church it's no difference between going to either or.
Mhm.
The whole point is you're trying to escape the harsh reality that you're living in.
That's it.
You go to the liquor store to get drunk so you don't got to think about and deal with the problems that are going on 24/7. You go to the Christian church to escape the problems that are going through 24/7.
That's it.
And you need something to give you a little bit of happiness and joy because spiritually you are in hell regardless of the situation.
That's it.
You're going to the Christian church for happiness. You're going for the liquor store for happiness because America is hell no matter what you do about it.
That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, get a brother a hand. Zod one.
No, I was just thinking, like back in slavery, the time that they gave us, liquor to be able to, have fun during, of course, they holidays. It was a time that, the only time that blacks, in slavery got a chance to get away from their oppression, got a chance to be happy. They tell fire to their women after this one day that they get from the oppressor.
Right.
And then now you look at the Christian church now and you think about why they hate the liquor store so much, because that was the one day that they couldn't tame those slaves. That Christian pastor couldn't tame those. Those were the most, those days was when the slaves rebelled the most. When they got a little bit of alcohol in them, they didn't care about the oppressor no more. Now they want to rise up. And that's what and even today, you can see that the Christian church have oppressed us so much that the only thing now that helps us to get over those feelings, those pains, is to have a sip. And the Christian church don't like that because they lose power, just like they did when we was in slavery of black men rising up through their oppression.
Go ahead, bro.
If I could just to piggyback off what he's saying,
Please.
The real issue is that the Christian church know that they have to compete against a liquor store. If a liquor store is on their corner, they can't make their money. The liquor store make their money.
Right.
Exactly. That brother or sister ain't gonna be in the church. They're gonna be at the liquor store.
Which is what this is all about. Which is so heavy what you're saying. They looking at this as a prime area. This is money that they missing out on. You know what I mean? Where they can further, destroy the people. Once again, it's a coward's move out. You know what I'm saying? It's to, make people think that the Christian church is making progress by removing the liquor store.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where they not making progress. Like if we gonna make progress, the first thing that we got to do, black people, is get a white man. I keep telling you this. I'm gonna be saying it to Christ's return. You got to get a white man back his religion.
Right.
Get a white man back his God, and then you will be able to have some progress. Until then, ain't gonna be no progress. The more churches that we build, the more and more we're gonna be destroyed. The more and more our family structure is gonna be totally wiped out. You know what I'm saying? From being involved in the Christian beliefs. Go ahead,
Damn right, sir.
Go ahead.
Hey, out of one. So get me right on this.
Go ahead.
Are we seeing, a big drug dealer coming through a neighborhood and getting this drug dealer to shut down his shop so they can open up shop? In his spot.
Right.
Sell another product.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, get a brother a hand. I ain't even look at it like that. One drug dealer replacing another one. You know what I'm saying? But again, you know what I'm saying? This the drug dealer of Christianity is a little bit more powerful than the liquor.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
Kind of
Because liquor ain't unlawful. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But a preacher, you know what I'm saying, trying to join you to another God, that is unlawful. You understand? Like, you know what I mean? So that's something we got to deal with. Go ahead, Ramon. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead. He ready now? We got Captain Dagal Gabar St. Louis about to come on and join us. Brother gonna speak about the tornadoes, the aftermath of the tornadoes that just hit up in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? That I don't believe nobody is talking about.
Yeah, Conor McCann.
You understand? Ramon, ready? Let me know. All right, let's go to the next story.
Come on. Next up on the queue, we're gonna go over the whole Kanye West again. It's always something new with Kanye West.
Yeah.
You understand? Now he wants to come out and apologize for all the anti-Semitism, so-called, he's been talking about, whatever the case may be. He wants to let bygones be bygones.
So that revolutionary spirit gone already?
Yes, sir.
Damn.
That was quick. He facing hell.
We got a story or a video on it. Let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? That was quick, Kanye. Yeah, Kanye all over the place, man. Go ahead, y'all done.
I don't want. Did you see the video though? He had the brothers dress up in all black at the service.
I did not.
Conor McCann.
I did not.
Definitely
Yeah,
did.
it was a fail. It was a failure.
If y'all could put up the video for Cap with Kanye having the brothers all black, like, you know what I'm saying?
Not Times Square, but it was like we're in Hollywood. They were all circled up. They were all brothers, all black in boots, all that good stuff in a big circle. like we used to do back like in camp. After the camp, we would be mind bottle, whatever the case, and we face each other and go over it. You know.
So is he rebellious or not? That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying, what's going on with this brother?
So he got the brothers saying "Hail Hitler."
Right.
Oh, Lord.
He got him saying, all my niggas, Nazis niggas, Heil Hitler.
Lord,
if I could, yeah.
Go ahead, priest.
Kanye, like, well, I don't want to get too ahead. You know what I'm saying? But Kanye is an example of something that you told me when we was talking the other day about don't give all your energy and all your power to certain things. You know what I mean? Because them things could be used against you to conquer you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Kanye wants to be revolutionary. He got on that little run.
Right.
You know what I mean? Started talking about being an Israelite and he coming up against a Jewish man and he started feeling good about himself, and then they use a weakness of his against him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as it's gonna see in the article, now the brother might have just, you know what I'm saying? That brother right there needs guidance.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? He needs something more than yes men around him. Kanye needs to get in all black and join the UPK. Man. Period. Point blank.
That's the obvious answer.
Yeah, come.
What we got to run one video.
We got the article for now.
Go ahead, read the article.
Come on, sir. Ye claims he's done with anti-Semitism. Forgive me for the pain I've caused. I love all people.
He did what?
I love all people. The rapper wrote to X.
There you go. You understand? I love all people. You understand? That's one quote right there. You know what I'm saying? That black people I only hear black people say that. You ever heard anybody else say that?
Nah.
I love all people.
Nah.
Go ahead. Keep reading.
Formerly Kanye West, time spreading anti-Semitism is over. According to the rapper, the embattled rap mogul claimed on X Thursday, May 22nd, that he's turned a new leaf and that his time with anything associated with anti-Semitism is done. I am done with anti-Semitism, he wrote to kick off a series of posts.
What was he doing that was anti-Semitic? I'm a little lost. Does anybody remember, Aj?
Yeah, pretty much anything negative about the Jews, so-called Jews.
Yeah,
the Jewish man. He was on Twitter just typing up a storm about, you know what I mean, just talking about Jewish people.
Oh, so that was the whole Hail Hitler thing that he was doing. So now he's saying that part he's done with that. Because I was a little lost. Lamont.
Like one of the main reasons that he was ostracized and lost all majority of his deal with Adidas or something like that was he kept talking about black people being the real Jews, the real Israelites, and then he lost his contract.
But that's what I'm saying. That wouldn't be anti-Semitism.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Saying that the Jews is black.
Yes, it is, because that's what they hit Kyrie Irving with. Anti-Semitism is saying that this Jewish man of today.
No, I get that. I get that. But okay, what I'm saying is that
technically
that's not anti-Semitism.
It's true.
I think what they saying is a little different. Is he been saying "Hail Hitler" lately? He been, you understand? That's a little different from him claiming to be Jews. He been saying "Hail Hitler" and basically, like you were saying, what you say he was doing, Lamont? I mean, Avalon.
He'd go on long rants on Twitter, just talk about Jewish people. I can't remember specifically what he was saying, but pretty much dissing them.
Yeah. Well, that's a rough one. There, you know what I'm saying? What, we got a video or something on it?
Just circle up.
We do have stuff that we in and out. I'm gonna put them in as soon as we come in. Y'all see the real slip like that.
Okay.
Also, we got a video for Kanye
I
West.
can find you I found you the video of them.
I just sent y'all the text.
Who just sent it?
I got it right here, so I'm gonna send it to him.
Yeah. I mean, okay, again, you know what I'm saying? Once again, Kanye West, you know what I mean? The brother is a celebrity. Like, you see the Most High is exposing, you know what I'm saying, black celebrities, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the season to do that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's time for black celebrities to be removed from the leadership position of black people forever. You know what I'm saying? We didn't looked up to them, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ought to be the leaders of us because they can entertain well. What other people, I'm coming to you, Yaradan, what other people you know what I'm saying, the entertainers are sitting in the leadership position over the top of the people making, you know what I'm saying, decisions that have to do with morality.
Right.
No other people, you know what I'm saying, is that required of but us. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Listen, we got the black people, we got to get serious, man. Right. The Lord is showing you every day, you know what I'm saying, what serious times that we in, and we on the corner, you know what I'm saying, jumping up and down because the liquor store being removed. Right. Or we looking at Kanye West and worried about him talking about some, you know what I'm saying, he ain't no longer finna be anti-Semitic and all that. You see what I'm saying? Like, that should be the least of what that brother is worried about. What the brother should be doing is using his power, you know what I'm saying, and his resources to actually help the damn people. God. Not be sitting around in all black talking about hell, Hitler. What is the purpose of that? Y'all were done?
So like, I don't want. What we saying with Kanye is what like, I heard a statement like back in the day. It was like when you become rich, you become more of what you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were a drug addict, you know what I'm saying, you become more of a drug addict. You able to use all the drugs that you can use because you got money now. You know what I'm saying? Kanye West, if you think about what he came in the game as, he was an attention whore. You know what I'm saying? He wants the attention. He wants everybody to look at him.
That's it.
So what we saying,
that's obvious.
So what we saying with all of his antics and stuff, it don't have anything to do with you know what I'm saying, bettering black people.
That's the point.
Bettering the community or anything. It's for him to get attention. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question. Did they take his money when he was doing the Hail Hitler thing? Remember? Right. Man. You know what I'm saying? He's saying Hail Hitler, and they ain't take his billions from him like they did when he said black people was Jews. Oh my God!
So I think Kanye trying to get ahead of it because he released that song, and immediately it got taken down off of all platforms.
Right.
It got taken down, and then they were starting to ramp up on that, you know, because he was bouncing back from the whole what was it, Adidas thing. You know what I mean? So they were starting to talk about his sponsor, the sponsors he got. They was about to start trying to hit his pocket again, but then you had some Edomites saying, well, if Kanye is saying that the Jewish man is evil, and you know what I mean, it kind of makes it more believable. Even white people start saying, well, it kind of makes it believable when you look at the fact that he's doing whatever he's doing, he's saying what he's saying, and then all across the globe he's being banned, his music's being taken down, shows is being canceled, endorsements is being lost. You know, they claim we don't run the world, but yet and still, you know what I mean, every aspect of this brother's career and life has been affected by those people.
Well, a lot of people know that they damn near run every industry that's out there.
Damn right.
But what people got to do is you got to stop paying attention to Kanye West, black and brown people. You got to start paying attention to Commander Jenny Yohana.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. You got to start playing. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? You got to start taking your life. You know what I'm saying? And the plight of your people a little bit more serious. You know what I'm saying? And turn the entertainers. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing they good for, entertaining, singing, movies. But when it's time, you know what I'm saying, to be serious and learn about things that's going to actually change our reality, you got to tune into the UPK for that. You got to tune into the Most High. The Most High is trying to wake you up. You know what I'm saying? Kanye West, y'all giving this brother too much goddamn attention for no reason. You see what I'm saying? Where we at with it?
Here's this video.
Cap DG ready? Cap, you there?
So can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Shalom, Cap. Yeah, about Shalom.
Hey, Shalom. Yeah, about Shabakatah. What's going on, Cap?
You got it, sir. You got it.
Man,
I can hear a little echo a little bit.
The brothers, they're gonna fix that right now.
Okay, come on.
Cap, anything you want to say about this Kanye West situation?
I think that was ridiculous. What I do want to say is this. What you just said about how our people need to be listening to Commander Junior Hunter and not Kanye West and not these celebrities, I agree with you totally. And we just had one contact me here in Missouri from Ameren Electric, right? The electric company, how our people in the world all starting to pay attention, you know. And the brother ended up calling me, and he is the what is his title? 1 second, let me find it. Let me find this brother's title. He's over with the electric company here because the tornado had knocked out, 30 in 3 minutes. I believe it was over like 30,000 homes without power. And this brother contacted me, and he wanted, let me see 1 second, let me find it. Here we go. This brother here, Marcus Bellows from Ameren Electric.
Try now.
The special,
DG, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Hey, listen, right into this tornado thing real quick. But
Okay, it went back out a little bit.
Look at this screen right here. How this cat got these brothers lined up in Hollywood, man.
Come.
Dressed in all black. Like, this is what we talking about. Like, we finna talk about the tornado and the after effects that just happened in St. Louis with Captain Dagal Gabar, which is something serious that just happened to our people. But you get me right. What is the point of this? What is the point of him having these cats standing in all black? It's a video. Play it. We coming to you right now, DG. Right after we play this video. Play that video.
Oh, come, sir.
How nigga, how nigga, how nigga, all my niggas Nazi, nigga, how nigga, how all my niggas Nazi, nigga, how all my niggas Nazi, nigga, how
You can stop that right there.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay. That's the why. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all got to get me right on that right there. Like, what is the whole point of that? Now, a person to look at that and say, "We got something here." Remember how they was trying to decipher the Super Bowl? They'd look at that and say, "What is the cubic breakdown on this head?" These cats turning up in the they'd look at that like there's no point in that, man. That right there is foolishness, and it's to take your mind off what you should really be focused on. You get my point? There's no point in that, man, at all. DG, you there? We found to get into something serious. Enough of that Kanye West mess did. DG, let's go into this whole thing, man, with the tornado that hit St. Louis. Can you hear me?
Kind of what kind? Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, man. So listen, what I want to know is I ain't been hearing too much about, you know what I'm saying, the catastrophe of what actually happened in St. Louis. Like, you don't really hear it on the news, ain't too many people talking about it. You would think something like this, you know what I'm saying, would be in the news. I mean, you was talking every day. I mean, talking the other day, and the things that you was telling me, I hadn't even heard about that. So give me right on what's going on down there.
Well, first, I believe they not really talking about it is because one thing that happened is they did not sound the alarm before this thing happened, and of course, our oppressor says that this was due to a human error, right?
What?
Yeah.
So real quick, normally when a tornado is coming, the city, they set off alarms and they let the people know to go hide and prepare themselves.
Right.
So what you saying is they didn't do that at all.
No, sir. They did not do it at all.
That is
And they had just ran a test a week before.
Okay.
They had the sirens going off, and what they and I got the video in there. What the new mayor said is they have some new type of protocol that they instituted in I think 2021, and the button is supposed to be pushed by this woman named let me get her name. It is Sarah Russell, right? She is in charge of pushing the button whenever there's a tornado. Now, I ended up getting a warning on my phone. Maybe it might have been right as it was happening.
Right.
Right, because I was actually in it. I was driving. I wasn't in the area where the majority of the damage is, but I was out driving in the area that I was in. It was the winds were extremely high. They said that the winds got up to 150 miles per hour.
Dang.
And I'm on the other side of town, and it was blowing signs down and construction gates, and cones. That stuff was blowing everywhere, trash and everything. You could just imagine.
Right.
And like I said, and I'm on the other side of town to where it didn't hit. And like I said, it's blowing like crazy.
Thank the Most High for that.
Damn right, Cap.
Good night. Go ahead, Bree.
Yeah, Kyle. So it was so heavy. The winds were so heavy. It was blowing my truck around. It literally felt like the back end of my truck was doing like this, bouncing, like I had switches, like I had some hydraulics or something on my truck. That wind was blowing hard, Cap.
And so pretty much they dropped the ball on even letting the people know, you know what I'm saying, what was coming.
Cause sir, they absolutely did drop the ball, and of course, this woman she got suspended with pay. Sarah Russell, got suspended with pay, and I don't think that this is just a coincidence because they knew that this tornado was about to hit, and I believe that was intentional because
like something that powerful, Cap. Get me right on this. You would think, you know what I'm saying, that they would warn the people, especially a major city like St. Louis. But now, get me right, St. Louis got a ton of our people there.
God, sir, absolutely. And the majority of the damage is on our side. You know what I mean? Where our people live at. Right where our school is and where the majority of the damage is, it was on our side. It's called the Delmar Divide. And on one side you have poor blacks and Hispanics, and on the other side you have middle class white on up. And the majority, like I said, some of theirs got hit too because they said that the tornado it was a mile wide. It was a mile wide and 150 miles per hour wind.
Good night.
Damn, the Lord came through that place.
Con, sir, he did.
Good night.
Absolutely, he did.
So what is the aftermath now that the tornado? How long it's been since the tornado hit?
They hit on the 15th. It was last Friday.
Okay.
It just
Been about
passed.
10 days, about 8, 9 days, 7
So,
days.
somewhere in Wisconsin, somewhere
And
in
so
there.
what is the condition of the city now and the people?
It's still bad. They trying their best now to because they went out today and they had several food drives going on where they giving away food and what we talked about giving away different little toiletries and different things for the people, you know, that they could use, to where they don't have to walk around, with unnecessary things in their hands. We can give them something that they can eat, something that they can use right then and there. And they've done that today. There were quite a few out with tents and food and water and stuff like that for the people. But as far as the aftermath, I mean, it's a slow process, and I really think it's gonna. I just don't see this thing getting cleaned up and getting turned around as fast as people may want it to be. They claim that it is 1.6 over 1.6 billion in damages.
Damn. Give me,
Yeah.
I mean, get me right on that. That's get me right. That seems like a lot of damage right there.
Hey, that's a lot of damage, sir. There is
And you was
a
telling me
whole
something.
hell of a lot of damage.
And what were you telling me about the people who had home ownership? You know what I'm saying? Where they was telling that they had a few days to leave their home or something. When you saying something like that?
Yeah, so they
What's the info on that?
okay, so they're saying that the structures, they're no longer safe, and they're going to go around and start well, I think they've actually started already condemning the property, saying that they just you can't live in them. I mean, I just spoke
And
with
these
my
is,
aunt.
and get me right on this. These is properties that people own.
Sir, a lot of people own, a lot of people rent, a lot of people their homes were paid off, and it's just crazy,
And what do they
So
expect the
now.
people to go to? Do they got like places where they got the people going, or what do they expect the people to go?
No, they just going around putting stickers on properties. They have either a red, a yellow, or green sticker that they're gonna put in, and the red, of course, means condemned. It's not safe at all. You cannot enter. Yellow means you can enter under, a certain amount of time. It's relatively safe for you to enter, and then green, of course, is a go.
Right.
So, but yeah, I spoke with my aunt earlier, and she said that her coworker said that the tornado, while they were at work, and she went home, she said the lady couldn't do nothing but just cry and watch and looked at her house and how the tornado went straight through the middle of her house and tore her house in half.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow. And listen, I ain't y'all seen this in the news,
Live, sir.
Like, cause I ain't seen this in the news at all. Like,
At all.
brother said 1.6 billion damage. You would think that Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying, would is they sending aid down there?
That's what I heard. I haven't heard this on the news, but people been talking. I heard that they are talking about sending some relief. But you know how that goes. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. I mean, look at what they did to the people in California. Where they told them your houses was on fire, and then we just not going to cover you.
Right.
And a lot of poor people, they have nowhere to go in in this particular part of the city on the west side, and that's where our school is located at as well. A lot of people rent. They got a lot of renters in that area, a lot of apartment buildings, and you could just see, like when I was riding around, you had all the people just sitting outside all day with their grills out, just barbecuing, talking to each other, eating and drinking and stuff like that, waiting to go back into, you know, their homes where they stay at with glass and trash, and I mean, because this tornado threw everything around.
Real talk. You said
I mean,
it
one
was
of the
cars. Then you say it was cars that flew in from another parking lot over the school's parking lot.
sir. One of the brother, you remember you met him, the owner of the building where we have our school here in St. Louis.
Right.
His the other little strip, the part where he had the bar at, it was a car that smashed into the building. And he was having a repast. He rents it out, for different events. And he was having a repast at that time. And everybody from the repast, as I was pulling up, the lady said, I watched this car fly from down the street and crash into this building. She said she watched it. So I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy just walking up. You remember that video game, Resident Evil? And that's what it looked like. Just disaster and wreck, wreckage everywhere. It was just horrible. I mean, because as I was coming up, and this was after it happened. Like I said, I was driving it and didn't know that it happened. And I'm looking at all the trees that's down. Because first, when I hit Kings Highway, coming off the highway, off of Highway 40, I saw a big, gigantic tree. Because it's right by the hospital, by Barnes Hospital. They got Forest Park across the street. And I saw this big, gigantic tree in the middle of the road. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? And then I saw this traffic that was jammed up. And then as I kept going, I started seeing the debris. I started seeing wood, joists that come from roofs. I started seeing shingles everywhere. I started seeing bricks everywhere, glass everywhere. And then as I hit the corner coming down Delmar to our, to get to our school, it was even worse. I mean, roofs, just whole roofs just torn right off the top of houses. The whole house. A brother of mine, a buddy of mine in the world, he stays behind the school.
Okay.
Right? And the whole second floor of his house is done.
Damn.
Good night.
Yeah, I seen him out there looking, as the stuff happened, everything. Him and his family, they were safe, but like I said, that second half of that house, if anybody had been up there, they probably would have been gone too.
They probably been gone. I think Officer Lamont wanted to chime in and say something to Dagal Gabar.
Come on, about Cook Cap. I did actually have a video I wanted to show, if I may. You have the video I had ready, Raj? The one I showed on TikTok?
Can I ask a question real quick?
Get out.
All right, we got a question online, Cap, if I may. It's a sister, Nayam. She wanted to know where's the Red Cross and FEMA at, sir?
That's a heavy question. Cap?
Let me see. I heard Red Cross was full, so nobody could get in the Red Cross. I believe FEMA, they first put out a notice earlier this week saying, if anybody comes and say that they are FEMA, don't talk to them, report them, don't give them no information. So I don't know if they had some kind of scam thing going on with FEMA. And then now they're supposed to actually be here. So FEMA just showed up, I want to say maybe yesterday, I believe. I believe it was yesterday. So and as far as them doing anything, at first FEMA said they weren't coming. They said they weren't coming at all. And I read that in an article. But then now there's, they're here actually, and I don't really know exactly what they're doing.
Right. Probably nothing.
Nothing.
That's probably the obvious answer. Absolutely nothing. Go ahead.
Putting those stickers on people's doors. That's it.
Right. Real quick, Cap. We gonna got the brother playing videos a lot. Got my words tangled there.
I just took that building out.
saying? Go ahead, cause I want.
Goes to show you, the oppressor is sitting here trying to build themselves up to fight the Lord.
Mhm.
When the Lord, when Christ comes back with those angels, and he's going through neighborhoods like that, I don't care what bullets you have, what nuclear warheads you have, how many soldiers and warriors you have. When Christ comes through your neighborhood like that, he's gonna find you. I don't care if you're hiding. He's gonna find you, and you're gonna be destroyed in that fashion, just like that.
Right. He'll get a brother a hand for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Here's what I will tell you. You know what I'm saying? For those people out there listening, when Christ and them angels come through to judge America, it's gonna be way worse than the tornado.
You're
gonna wish for a tornado in that day.
Right.
When you see Christ and them UFOs show up, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna pray for a tornado because it's gonna be just that, you know what I'm saying, traumatic. You know what I mean? But we got a scripture real quick. Hey, Cap, I'm gonna pull a scripture real quick if I could.
Come on, sir. Go ahead.
Go ahead, you give me what you got out, Jay.
Come.
Where it says earthquakes and divers places. You got that one?
Come.
Read that.
This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 7.
Go ahead, Doc.
For nation shall rise against nation.
So for what?
Nation shall rise against nation.
Like the prophets is asking Christ, you know what I'm saying? Give me the scripture right before you go into that one. Give me that.
Verse 6.
Go ahead.
And ye shall hear of wars.
Right before that.
Verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
Take me all the way to verse 3. Salah.
Come. Verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of the Olives.
This is Christ, right? Read.
The disciples came unto him, saying,
Uh-huh.
Tell us, what shall these things be?
When shall what?
What shall these things be?
The disciples are asking Jesus Christ about when is the end of the world going to be. And most people, when they think of the end of the world, they think the earth ain't going to be here no more. People ain't going to be here no more. That ain't what it's talking about.
Right.
You understand? The end of the world, meaning the end of Esau's world. Who was Esau? The so-called white man. They was asking him, when is his rulership going to come to an end? And Christ going to go into the breakdown. Keep reading.
And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
What shall be the what?
Sign of thy coming.
Which is what Keziah was just talking about. All these things you see going on right now in the earth, wars, rumors of wars, nation against nation, tornadoes, earthquakes, all these different things. All these things represent the return of the greatest man who ever walked the face of the earth.
Right.
A black man named Jesus Christ. Man, you should be getting ready. That's why we're telling you. You paying attention to Kanye West in Hollywood with these cats dressed up in black, or you paying attention to these cats celebrating because a liquor store been took down. Man, we got some very, very serious days coming, man. You understand? Like, you better get serious about serving and obeying the Most High. That's what time it is. Keep reading now.
Come.
Come on.
Verse 4.
Go ahead.
And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you.
Take heed that what?
No man deceive you.
Can you read?
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
I am what?
I am Christ.
And many shall come in my name saying, I am Christ. You know that already happened. That's what that white Jesus represent. Here's the sad. Here's the sad part about that. That ain't Christ.
Right.
Every religion that you following, you know what I'm saying, is a representation of a false Christ. Whether you a Baptist, a Episcopalian, a Jehovah Witness, it don't matter. You know what I mean? Whatever sect of the Christian church you in, that represents, you know what I'm saying, a Christ that is not real. You understand it? Like, the Christ that's in that Bible is different from what's being taught in your church. And that's why he's saying many false Christs shall arise.
Right.
Not just the philosophy, but these preachers as well. You understand? Who claim to be followers of Christ. Keep reading.
Come.
Come on.
And shall deceive many.
And shall do what?
Deceive
and
many.
Majority of the people are totally deceived about the truth. Keep reading.
And ye shall hear, excuse me, and ye shall hear of wars.
You should hear what?
Wars.
Ain't you hearing that right now? Get me right on that, my yard. You hearing the wars, you know what I'm saying? Right now, in the Middle East, are they having wars? Keep reading.
And rumors of wars.
And what?
Rumors
How
of
many
wars.
rumors of wars are we hearing?
Every
You
day,
understand?
sir.
Every day you hearing the rumor of a war. You understand? Iran going to eventually go to war with the Israelis.
Right.
Iran going to eventually go to war with America. America going to eventually go to war with Russia. China going to eventually go to war with the United States and Taiwan. You hearing the wars, you seeing the wars, and you hearing the rumors of war.
Right.
Keep reading.
Go
ahead.
See that ye be not troubled.
See that you what?
Be not troubled.
Like if you in the truth, if you in the ISUBK, ain't no need for you to be troubled. You understand? Like this ain't no time for you to be troubled if you doing what the Lord said to do. But if you getting ready to celebrate Memorial Day, if you eating pork, if you going to church, if you be in the center, then you need to be worried. When them tornadoes come through, you know what I'm saying? You need to be deathly afraid of what's about to go down. Keep reading.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Still like I lost the scripture. I don't want to do it.
No sweat. Please, quickly.
Slacky, sir. It's the book of Matthew, 24 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars.
Go ahead.
See that ye be not troubled.
Go ahead.
For all these things must come to pass.
All these things what?
Must come to pass.
All these things are coming to pass, you know what I'm saying, to warn you, to basically give you a warning to stop playing. Like if you in St. Louis and you haven't joined Captain Dagal Gabar, or if you in the state of Missouri and you haven't joined Captain Dagal Gabar, you dropping the ball.
Right.
You understand? You seeing these wars and you seeing rumors of wars, you seeing earthquakes and all these different things take place. Christ warned you that these things would take place before the end come. You understand? And therefore, you didn't drop the ball if you haven't joined Captain Dagal Gabar, you know what I'm saying, in his plight to raise blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians up. You have dropped the ball, man. And if you are in the city of St. Louis, you better take that tornado as a goddamn warning for the Most High for not joining a brother, you know what I'm saying, who been putting in work for about, how long you been in the truth, Cap?
Right at 12 years.
12 years. This brother been in the truth, you know what I'm saying, putting in work, got a school, got a beautiful school, got a van on his own. You know what I'm saying? Got all these things, you know what I'm saying, on his own. What don't he have? Brotherhood.
Right.
Sisterhood. You understand why? You still believing in that church. You
That's
still
right.
thinking, you still waiting for white Jesus to drop out of the sky with blue eyes and blonde hair, you know what I'm saying, and give you the kingdom of heaven. That white Jesus ain't coming.
Right.
The kingdom of heaven, they won't even send the Red Cross to you. You understand? They won't even send FEMA to you. You know what I'm saying? Two
Right.
things, you know what I'm saying, that supposed to help you. Where else did this happen at when Hurricane Katrina hit? What the hell did FEMA do? What the hell did Red Cross do? Oh, they help white people. They ain't help you. How many times do we have to sit there and believe in a country that has failed us time after time after time and think that one day they're gonna help us out?
Right.
You understand? Like we gotta be willing to help ourselves. I don't give a damn if FEMA didn't show up. I don't give a damn if the Red Cross didn't show up. Where all the famous celebrities and that, you know what I'm saying, they got all these resources. Why they ain't down in St. Louis to help their people at? I'm coming to you, Priest. Why they ain't down there to do that? Why? They don't give a damn.
Damn right.
You understand? Because in this place, we taught to be individuals. We ain't taught to be a nation. When you think you a part of America, you damn sure don't think you give a damn about the problems that exist amongst
That's
black
right,
people.
sir.
Because where's the aid? There ain't no aid down there for these brothers and sisters.
Right.
You understand? They in total despair down in that city right now. You understand? Finish that scripture if you could. Please.
For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
But the what?
The end is not yet.
Is it what the part where it say earthquakes and divers
next
places?
verse, sir.
Read that.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
What?
And kingdom against kingdom.
Read.
And there shall be famines.
And there should be what?
Famines.
Listen, famine is coming. You understand? In a minute, you know they're gonna deal with them food stamps. You know what I'm saying? You getting them food stamps now. You know what I'm saying? But in about 2 seconds, when you can't get food stamps, black people gonna be in hell. Famine is coming to this place here.
Right.
God, why do we have God got to destroy America? Because of all the evil that take place, man.
Right, sir.
Don't you know this? The Most High this the earth can't continue to go in the direction that it's going,
right?
Or mankind would just destroy himself, especially black people. You see, we destroying ourselves now. So that means the Lord have to destroy something and rebuild it.
Right.
America definitely got to be this place so diabolical that you think the diabolicalness is good.
Right.
You understand? Things that the Lord said is an abomination, you look at it as something that's glorious.
Right.
The Lord say 2 men shouldn't be together. You look at that like that's a beautiful thing. The Lord say 2 women shouldn't be together. You look at that like that's a beautiful thing. You understand? Don't you know the Most High gonna destroy this place? Damn right. That's like he did Sodom and Gomorrah. Why you think he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, you big dummy?
Right.
The hell you reading the Bible? What did you read? What do you understand it? You understand? When you disobey the Most High, he is going to come through and destroy the place and the people that disobey what he say. Damn right. Keep reading.
Please. And pestilences.
And what?
And pestilences.
Diseases. Keep reading.
And earthquakes.
And what?
And earthquakes.
And that's what this represents. Even though it was an actual earthquake, it was a tornado, but it goes in the same field. You understand? Earthquakes, tornadoes, all these different, what you call natural disasters, we call the work of the Lord. You understand? This is by the hand of the Most High. Don't nothing happen in this earth unless the Lord wanted to happen. And the city of St. Louis, man, listen, you got a ton of wickedness going on in that city right now. I believe St. Louis been a murder capital a few times. You got a ton of churches in there that ain't doing absolutely nothing to help the people, and the Most High got fed up with it and sent a damn tornado through there, and that's that.
All right. If I could, Cap.
My
the point you're bringing out is so heavy, Cap. And here's one thing that our people need to consider. If the Christian church is the answer, if the Christian church is so great, when natural disasters like that happen, when Hurricane Katrina happened, when all these other things happened, when that tornado happened in St. Louis, the Christian church, the black Christian church makes an estimated $19 billion a year collectively. $19 billion. We shouldn't have to wait on FEMA. We shouldn't have to wait on the Red Cross. We shouldn't have to wait on nobody. If the Christian church is the answer, if the Christian church is the solution for black people, then where the hell are they at?
That's it.
You know what I mean? With $19 billion, that's not buying power. Like they talk about how much buying power black people have. No, that is what they make annually.
Are we still being heard? Okay, go ahead.
So that's what they make annually on their tithes and their offerings.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when something like this happens in a black community, so the first thing that we should see coming out there with trucks of food and clothes and provisions and helping people repair their homes and get back on their feet should be the goddamn Christian church that black people worship so much.
Give it up. I got to ask Dagal Gabar. Cap, you there?
Come on, sir.
Get me right on this. What is the church doing?
Giving out pork hot dogs and potato chips.
The brother said pork hot dogs and potato chips.
So they basically not doing anything. I said they basically not doing anything. Well, there is 1,700. We're surrounded. Our school is surrounded by 1,700 Christian churches in the city of St. Louis. And like Maya just said, they don't do anything when disasters like this happen.
Right.
So all of the money that they collected, they could turn around and rebuild that area to where they are draining the people dry of all of their money. They could rebuild their houses for them.
Right.
But they not gonna do it. And they don't do anything. They haven't done it. Matter of fact, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 5 churches right by us. Right by us, 5 churches. And I haven't seen not one of those churches out there doing anything as far as,
Now, Cap, I know you got a lecture coming up. When is your lecture?
It's scheduled for June the 14th.
What's the prospects on that looking like it's going to happen?
That I just spoke with the library again today when we had it booked at, and he said it more than likely is not going to happen because of the devastation that hit the library. The library, that's what I did not know at first, was that the tornado hit that part of the city. You know what I mean? And that would be considered the north side.
Right.
And matter of fact, that was one of our first camp spots. That's why I ended up choosing that library, that spot to do it at. You know, it right there at that library. We used to have camp right outside. You know, at that library, and yeah, they said it got hit, and the guy said that they just was talking, expecting to be open this week, but he said from the damages, he said he don't look like. He said he pretty much uh canceled that lecture and any other event going on. You know, he said because it was a lot of damage to the library.
Man, well, listen, that lecture or no lecture, you know what I'm saying? The ISUBK will be down in the city of St. Louis, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Commander
right.
Jenny Hunter
Oh,
is sending
God.
troops down there. I'm coming down there as well. ISUBK Chicago, a couple other Midwest camps I know going to be falling down on the city very soon to come up there and show you some support, Cap. You know what I
Oh,
mean? In the
God,
city
sir,
of
do I?
St. Louis, some support. You know what I mean? Come out there, pass out some water, some sandwiches, you know what I mean? Some toiletries and whatever, and find out what other ways that we can help the people. We definitely coming out there to put boots to the ground. Commander
That's
Jenny
right.
Hunter going for sure send help, you know what I mean, and aid
Damn
down
right.
there to the city
Damn
of
right,
St.
damn
Louis.
right, Cap. Do I, sir?
Anything closing words? Because I know you got your own podcast you finna get ready to do. Any closing words or anything you want to say about this whole situation, Cap?
I just wanted to say, kind of piggyback off what you said as far as all of the evil that's going on in the city of St. Louis. I had made a post, right? Here recently, since they so-called legalized marijuana, boy, I mean, it's like nowhere you can go in the city of St. Louis without smelling that weed, right? It took, let me see, the tornado hit Friday, Saturday, I didn't smell no weed. You
I know
know,
you did. I know
I
you
did not
did.
smell no weed, and I posted. I said it's a shame. It's a shame that the Most High had to almost kill everybody in order to get you to stop smoking your drugs. And
That's
that's
it.
what my lecture was about. You know, about the drugs. I wanted to go into the use because you remember the first one that I did. I kind of went and covered all of the dope because our people at that point started using everything here in St. Louis. Every drug, you know how they classify drugs like black people drugs, white people drugs.
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters was doing the white drugs even, you know. And
Mm.
then what hit
Good
so
night.
hard now is that fentanyl, and that weed. And you know what? To my surprise, Sunday I started smelling the ganja again. Sunday I started smelling the bud again. I said, God damn, it ain't been a whole 48 hours.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they
That's right.
back at it. They're driving now that they got the lights back on in certain areas. You know, they almost restored all of the power. They back to driving stupid. You know, I said,
Right.
man, it ain't even been a month, and they about to go right back to it. And one thing that a lot of people are excited about is like, oh man, I'm happy to see my people coming together. I hate that the only thing we can come together for is a funeral or for a disaster like this.
Right.
You know, so we can
Right.
all come together and sweep up the street, but we can't come together and not molest each other's children, not sleep with each other's wives. Like you
Right.
said, the murder capital cap. St. Louis was the murder capital and the STD capital, I think, for like 5 years in a row.
Good night.
Dang.
So we can't come together and say, you know what, let's stop sleeping with these hoes. Let's stop going to strip clubs. Let's stop smoking weed and selling drugs to each other. We can't come together for that. But everybody in the city right now is so excited about how we're coming together to help clean up the trash and the debris and the roofs from out of the street. But we
Man,
won't come
that's
together in
insane.
righteousness, you know what I mean, and not
That's
sell
insane.
drugs to each other. We won't
Right.
come together and say, you know what, no more getting high. You know, so let's come together.
Right.
Let's be sober. You know. So
Man, listen.
I mean, it's a shame. Like, and what y'all was bringing out earlier
Yeah.
about how the Christian church is so excited about taking down a liquor store when Christianity is the problem.
That's
Right.
it.
That's the problem,
And if
and
I,
that's the problem.
real quick, if I could just interject one
Oh,
second,
come on,
Cap.
come on, come on.
Isn't Missouri and St. Louis a Midwest Bible Belt?
Come on, sir, it is. It is.
Explain what a Bible Belt is, if you could.
Okay, that's where they claim to live by the Bible. You know, and they really do not. They absolutely do not. The white man doesn't. Of course, look at what he does. Like you said, this place will allow you to be gay and lesbian and just do every abominable thing against God. You know, and then our people that follow that Christianity, they doing the same thing. They're not following it either. Like I said, it's 1,700 Christian churches in the city of St. Louis alone. You know, so talk about a Bible Belt. It's surrounded. It's just all over the place. You know,
you mean to tell me them preachers couldn't call on God to stop them, that tornado to come through with 1,700 churches?
Right.
No. They can't.
And wasn't nowhere to be found when the disaster hit. You know what I'm saying?
Nowhere to be found.
You'd think 1,700 black churches, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they would get together and mobilize the people. Man, once again, you know what I'm saying? This right here shows what happened. Like when you don't have leadership, the proper leadership that you need, man, brother, it's going to be very shameful when you get exposed. Right. Like black people, man, we always get exposed about the lack of leadership. It happened in Katrina, you know what I'm saying? They took all the black people in the city, threw them in the goddamn Superdome, where they was in there, couldn't wash themselves. They in there raping people. Sisters was getting raped, you know, fighting over food, you know what I'm saying? Smell like feces, swimming in feces, you know what I'm saying? Like, once again, the Lord tried to show you then, like when disaster happened, the kingdom of America, they're going to show you that the white man is the devil. He's going to show you he's the devil.
Right.
He's going to abandon you every time. He abandoned you then. He abandoned the people in St. Louis. And guess what? Your leaders ain't nowhere to be found.
Right.
Because they so busy worried about kissing the white man's ass every day. Look, black people believe in the white man's kingdom more than he believe in it. Get me right on that, you understand? White people don't even believe in their own kingdom as much as you Negroes do. I'm coming to you 1 second now. You see what I'm saying? How do I know? It's like don't you know the United States of America, more than any country in the world, they got millions of bunkers underground. You know what I'm saying? These white people do. You see what I'm saying? So when these nuclear bombs get to hitting, because white people know these nuclear bombs gonna hit. Don't nobody create no weapon and don't use it. The white man created the gun, and when he created the gun, did he just create it or did he start shooting people? Get me right on this. Maybe I'm an idiot, or maybe I'm an intelligent idiot. Get me right.
No, that's a historical fact.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So when a man creates a weapon, when he created a tank, he creates a tank to use the tank. When he created an airplane to drop bombs out of it, you know what I'm saying? He gonna eventually drop bombs. The white man created nuclear weapons. But guess what? Do what? Use nuclear weapons. Here's the problem. America ain't the only country with nuclear weapons. China got nuclear weapons. North Korea got nuclear weapons. Russia got nuclear weapons. There's a ton of countries that got nuclear weapons that hate America.
That's right.
And guess what? One day they gonna use them weapons on America. Now, America gonna use their weapons on them too, but they gonna use them weapons on America. What you're seeing take place, you know what I'm saying, if you don't know it or if you're just too blind to see, is the coming to end of the white man's world.
That's right.
This diabolical world that we living in, God got to bring it to an end.
Damn right.
But before he bring it to a complete end, the Lord is trying to wake up the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel.
That's right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. If you notice, Hispanics, black people, and Native Indians, you ain't got no nuclear weapons. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you have no nuclear weapon? Because your nuclear weapon, you know what I'm saying, is not carnal. You understand? It's not missiles. It ain't airplanes. It ain't guns. You understand? Your nuclear weapon is the truth.
That's right.
No, your nuclear weapon is waking up, you know what I'm saying, and coming back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. You have to come back to your morality. That's why you ain't got no tanks and jets and planes, because the Lord don't require that of you.
Right.
You understand? That nations who use tanks and planes and nuclear weapons, get me right on this, Raj. Those are nations that don't have a God. So they got to have all these different tanks and all that. You understand what I'm saying? We don't need that as black people. We got the Most High, the God of the niggas.
That's right.
You understand? That Bible right there is a nigger book. If you ever said, where's the book of niggas at? I'd like to see that. I don't know where it's at. You know, it's sitting in your house, dumbass.
Right.
Problem is, you think it got something to do with white people until you go to Acts 13:1, and they show you that the word they call the prophets, nigga, in there. You ain't never knew that.
Never knew.
Church been sitting in your homes for hundreds of years, and you ain't even know that the word nigga's in the Bible. You ain't even, you been letting, you had white Jesus on your wall for hundreds of years. You go in there, it say the man's skin like bronze and his head like wool. You understand? But yet the picture been in there for 100 years. Why is this picture up here if you go in there and they tell you that Jesus Christ is a nigga himself?
Right.
I can go in the Bible and show you where it described God. Everybody claim they love God. God is a nigga too. I can go in there and show it to you.
That's right.
I can go in there and show you.
Damn right.
See what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We better wake up, man. If you in St. Louis, you in the Missouri area, you got a captain, you know what I'm saying, there by the name of Dagal Gabar that you need to join.
Damn
He
right.
gonna get you prepared. The church ain't gonna get you prepared.
Right.
You need to be mobilized, especially you black and Hispanic men. You was born to be a military. You was born with a penis, excuse my language, a rod. You was born for military purpose. That's what you was born for. That's why you got muscles and your mind works different from a woman. You ain't no damn woman. Only a woman sit back and rely, you know what I'm saying, on the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to be relying on no oppressor. You supposed to be coming up against the oppressor. Where you at, man? Where you at in this fight, you know what I'm saying, to fix your people, not just in St. Louis, all over this goddamn country. Where the fuck you at, man?
Right.
You sitting there watching your people die every goddamn day, and all you could do is, you know what I'm saying, get high. That's your solution. Roll up a blunt. You that weak?
Right.
Where you letting a plant control your mind, dummy?
Right.
I'm done with it, man.
Hey, calm.
Damn right, Cap. Damn right.
You know, that's what you just bringing out was so heavy is because, you know, you just said black people believe in a white man's kingdom more than he do. And that's because this kingdom has been beaten to us. You know what I'm saying? The white man formed this kingdom to oppress blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Real quick, I just want to say this. When them nuclear bombs get to flying, black people, you think you going to run down and, you know what I'm saying, with white people down in the bunkers. You know what I'm saying? I can see you now. Niggas running. The white man got a bunker down here. You know what I'm saying? You running that bunker, and the white people were like, no niggas allowed. You can be like, damn, you gonna leave us up here to die? That's what we take. We don't want no niggas here. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The reason the white man know his kingdom is false. You know what I'm saying? Because he know the white man know. Only person don't know who the black man and Hispanic man is the black and Hispanic man. You know what I'm saying? So knowing who our God, if you know who the black and Hispanic man is, you know who his God is as well. You know the God he serves as well. And putting us in a position to serve you like you, God, like the scriptures say. You know what I'm saying? He put himself in, you know what I'm saying? He make himself as an angel of light too, like he the most high.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
So what he trying to do is he trying to take the position of the most high and make niggas and spick serve him.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all done?
If I could, I don't want, you know what I'm saying, just to piggyback on what all y'all saying, which is super heavy, is the fact that our people believe that, you know what I'm saying, like the white man would never let this war happen. Like they looking at it like, you know what I'm saying, ain't no way he gonna stop all of what he got going on to let this war happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they are putting all their eggs in America basket to say, like, this white man ain't finna let this money stop. He gonna make sure that this war do not happen.
Yeah.
This is what they doing.
This is what they believe. But listen, I can tell you like this. The average white man, get me right on this, I will lump, you know what I'm saying? The average white man got about how many guns? 50, 100?
Oh, good.
Jeez, bare minimum 20. 20, you know what I'm saying? Who you think he plan on using them guns on in the near future?
Right.
You niggas walking around with one handgun and one AR-15 and you think you Rambo.
Right. Hey, Cap.
Nigga got one 9mm and an AR-15. He think he Rambo. White man got 100 guns. And you niggas think y'all prepared for a race war. I hear you. You know what I'm saying? Number one. I'll come to you, man.
Just real quick.
Please.
It's so heavy that we talking about even this situation.
Uh-huh.
You know, the white man, they have their guns. Of course, they have their guns, and they believe in liberty and civilness, and they be able to, you know, have the right to carry. But then you can't. Even with nuclear weapons, they made the nuclear weapon, but nobody else can use it. Nobody else can use the nuclear weapon.
That's it.
But
But them.
it's
But
only
them.
it's only liberty when they use it.
That's
but
it.
If somebody else use it, it's a terroristic act.
Because it's what my partner Zah just said. The white man wants to replace God with himself.
Right.
You know, why you ever notice why the white man will create a problem for black people and then try to come fix it so he can be looked at as the savior.
Right.
Like he the one that created poverty in the black community, then came up with food stamps. You understand? He the one wrote a law that separated black families and then came up with welfare to just get the woman the money. You know what I'm saying? Like but he's the one that created the problem. You know what I'm saying? But he wants to be looked at as the savior when he's the problem in the first place.
Right.
This man wants to replace God. Not only do he want to replace God, the white man so diabolical, he's preparing to go to war against God. You know what I'm saying? And you black people, what you don't realize is you have made yourself an enemy to God by joining the white man through his religion. And man, listen, when you make yourself an enemy of God, Lord be with you. You understand? That's a war you ain't gonna win
at all.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So my y'all,
Hey, come, what you bring out is so heavy, Cap. Like, people need to. I know they think the Bible is just a bunch of ooky spooky stories. You know what I mean? But the Bible is history. Look at history. The Lord built Egypt up to be the greatest empire the world had ever seen at the time, and it was built up on the blacks of the Israelites. Of his blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And it was destroyed within a couple of days, just like America's going to be. Like you were saying, like the white man, our adversaries, they got all the guns. I saw something where they said they got at least, and if I will long get me right, at home they got at least 10,000 rounds of ammo sitting around just to practice with.
Oh, for sure.
They practice with 10,000. They said a gun ain't worthy unless you put 1,000 rounds through it. Then it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we sit back and we're celebrating Happy's being torn down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Our women are twerking all over the place.
Yeah.
Brothers want to shoot each other. We think because we got a 30-round clip or a 50 rounds or a 100-round drum that we doing something, we invincible soldiers.
Yeah.
Our enemies got guns that shoot through walls, and they got scopes that aim around corners.
Listen, I got something better. How many of y'all think these homosexual preachers gonna prepare you, you know what I'm saying, against these white militia groups when they come to your neighborhood?
Facts.
With that pastor they just had right there, you know, these pastors is about as sweet as a bag of green apples. You know what I'm saying? They sweeter than the green apple. You know, the nigga can't get sweeter than the green apple.
Right.
So you gonna look to a man who's sweeter than green apples to prepare you for war.
Good night.
Think about that for a second.
Good night.
Like these preachers ain't preparing you for against what these white malicious groups gonna do. And listen, these white militia groups, they coming. Oh, they coming. And guess what? You know what you gonna do? You gonna dial 911. When them white militia groups come through, 911 gonna be out of order. A lot of the white police in the police force, they is a part of the militia group. So they ain't gonna protect you. You gonna be left to protect yourself. The question is, are you ready? Right. If a race war could happen and the drop of it, all it takes is one incident to get the ball rolling and you in it. Not a war, you in it. That day moving forward, you in it. Are black and brown people prepared for what America's going to get ready to do? You're not prepared.
Nah, lies.
You're not prepared.
Lies, sir.
Hold on, real quick, Aki. You know what I'm saying? Captain DJ, you there?
Yeah, sir.
I know you got to get ready to roll. Any closing words? We're going to let you go, man. And I know, tell everybody when that lecture is again, man. Goddamn it. Listen, we still going to try to make that lecture happen. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? If you in the St. Louis area, when this brother dropped this information, you know what I'm saying, you get in contact. How can the people get in contact with the school of St. Louis, you know what I'm saying, to get so they can come to class?
Sir, they can call 314-696-8288. That's the number to the school here in the city of St. Louis. And we are located, and I believe we're gonna open back up. I'm gonna check with the the owner, because we haven't been closed officially like some other businesses because we don't have that much damage. So I'm gonna check to see if we'll still be on for our physical classes. But we're located at 5261 Delmar Boulevard, and that's right at the corner of Union and Delmar, and St. Louis, Missouri 63108. And the lecture is going to be held June the 14th at the Julia Davis Library, located on the corner of Natural Bridge in Newstead. All right, June the 14th from 2 to 4 p.m. Right, and we're gonna be going in, and the title of the lecture is "More Drugs: The Plague, Not the Plug, Part 2, Fentanyl." Okay, and we're gonna be going in on that fentanyl and that weed and what it's been doing, the devastation of you. You think that tornado was bad? Wait till you find your relative dead on the floor from an overdose with some doggone fentanyl, because that's been getting our people like crazy too. So yeah, we're gonna try to still make this thing happen. I'm gonna look into some other locations if we, if push comes to shove, if we have to move it, we're gonna see what we can do to still make this, because they gonna need that lecture, because I know that they are going to be trying to turn to something, if they don't turn to the truth, So they're gonna be turning to something, and it's probably gonna be laced with some fentanyl, because that's what's going on with the overdoses and things, and the weed and the crack, and they putting fentanyl in it, So the people that's been affected with this tornado and stuff like that, if they don't turn to this truth, like what you said, Cap, they're gonna end up turning, and it's probably gonna be some drug, and it's gonna end up taking them out of here. So, but that's why the manager in Hannah sent us out here to help fix all of that.
Damn right. All right. Well, listen, man, Cap, we appreciate you joining us. I know you got your own podcast. You about to dive into it, whatever. What I will
Appreciate
tell
you
you
too,
is
Cap.
Captain Mark Quad and IHBK Chicago, we will be down there for your lecture. We will be coming down to the city of St. Louis to help the people, you know what I'm saying, on during that time and day. So expect to see my face and the men that roll with me in this work, you know what I mean? So big up to you and all the work that you do.
The water, Cap, for having me on too, sir.
Man, ain't no sweat. We're gonna let you go, Cap, you know what I'm saying? But when we let you go, Officer Ramawan is gonna play the promotion for your lecture so everybody can take a look at what's going on. We can salute the brother out. Yabashim Yashabakatah.
Yabashim Yashabakatam.
Us the plug was the way, but all we got was the plague. From the crack epidemic to fentanyl, they flood the streets and destroy our family. The game was never meant to make us kings, it was meant to make us slaves. Truth must be told, drug dealers ain't heroes. Drug abuse is not an escape, it's a plague. Join us for a powerful lecture, More Drugs, The Plague, Not the Plug, by Captain Dagal Gabar, on June 14th, 2025, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. We're going to be located at Julia Davis Library at 4415 Natural Bridge Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri. For more information, call 314-69. They told us the plug was the way, but all we got was the plague. From the crack epidemic to fentanyl, they flood the streets and destroy our family. The game was never meant to make us kings, it was meant to make us slaves. The truth must be told, drug dealers ain't heroes. Drug abuse is not an escape, it's a plague. Join us for a powerful lecture, More Drugs, The Plague, Not the Plug, by Captain Dagal Gabar, on June 14th, 2025, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. We're going to be located at Julia Davis Library at 4415 Natural Bridge Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri. For more information, call 314-696-8288. More drugs, the plague, not the plug. By Captain Dagal Gabar. They told us to play.
2025.
Right.
His lecture is going to be off the chain.
That's right.
And Captain Dagal Gabar is a lecture maniac.
Right.
You understand? He has all the lectures posted up in the school down there in St. Louis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. You understand? He loves lectures, and the things he brings out is so heavy, Cap.
That's it.
You understand? That's why we need more brothers in the school like him, that have the zeal like him, that's going to keep fighting and keep putting out the information that is necessary.
Right.
St. Louis, you'd be advised to join that brother in that work, for the Lord send you another tornado to warn you yet again.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's your warning.
Click a screen.
All right. What we got next, Lamar?
Come on. Next up, we gonna go into a not so pretty video about Cam Newton and the host that was giving him an interview being real buggish about Cam Newton's legs being so pretty, and it was just
For you brothers that's super masculine, this is gonna be a rough one.
I cut it off.
I'm telling you that.
This nigga is right, sir.
He violated them.
I watched 3 seconds and cut it off, Cap.
Cam Newton got violated.
Oh, why you sitting like that? Oh, see?
Go ahead, we ready, Brady.
That's why I got violated.
That's why I ain't watch it.
Annihilated.
Oh man, what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And they lanolated.
Man, listen,
I mean,
I'm back working out.
You put shea butter.
Man, nice and soft.
Good night.
Oh man,
and
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And they lanolated.
Man, listen,
I mean,
I'm back working out.
You put shea butter.
Man, nice and soft.
Jergens.
Oh, you see that?
They glowing in the dark.
Why are you gay?
I'm just
Why are you
just
gay?
nervous.
Do not skip like that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Sometimes you got to remind people, like, it's.
You got pretty legs, man.
Oh man, what?
Please. I have seen too
Where we
much.
going? Y'all done?
Salakia, sir.
Please.
For one, the brother is in violation of what he got on. Like,
No,
can I say that?
Con on
Off
Wakan.
top?
Con on Wakan.
Number one, that he off top, in violation for what he got on.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And number two, come on, man. You got pretty legs.
Man, come on, man.
And he wasn't offended.
At all.
Good night.
RG?
I was gonna say what you just said, Cap. Automatically, we finna fight.
That's it.
I got pretty. What you mean by that?
That's it. Come on, Lamar.
Oh, we got like Cam Newton. He was one of the, I would say, at a period of time, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks to be around.
That's a
masculine,
fact, man.
dominating the NFL, arena. You understand? He used to be Superman for the NFL.
Supergirl.
Then to go out after everything they did him dirty with, he go and sit cross-legged like a young little lady. You understand? Obviously, he shaved his legs so they don't even shine glistening like that, which is even crazier.
Real talk.
You understand? And then to be honored and you be like, oh, I appreciate that when your legs get called pretty. Pretty. You understand? Most women don't even like being called pretty because it's not even good enough for them.
Right.
But that's crazy work.
Good night, my y'all.
Hey, Slot Cap, if I could, for all you brothers out there, I know the ladies, they did all these little TikTok videos and these Instagram videos, but them so-called hoochie daddy shorts, because that's what he's wearing, the hoochie. They call them hoochie daddy shorts. Listen, I'm from the 90s. Cap? Y'all, get me right if I could.
Yep.
We from the 90s.
That's it.
You don't want to be called a hoochie.
Yeah.
Okay? Them shorts that he wearing is in violation. Them in violations of Manhood Law 101. Thou shalt not dress like a female.
Yeah.
Period, point blank.
Yeah.
He got his legs out, Oh, and then when the brother complimented him on his legs, he uncrossed the legs and kind of opened his legs up and rubbing them that's the first time I really watched that whole video, Cap.
Yeah.
That's too much. Cam got the brother in there got the bug. The brother is the bug.
Yeah.
And and Cam got the bug. He trying to bite Cam. He's trying to get a bite.
Hey,
Cam
real quick. Abdul Armstrong said, he said, where at online, Facebook. I'm not sure what he asking. One, the brother Abdul Armstrong.
Oh, okay.
But what I like to say, you know what I'm saying, like y'all, to piggyback on what y'all said, number one, I mean, Cam, why would you show up with your legs greased up like that?
Shaving and greased up.
You know what I mean?
Shaving.
You know what I'm saying? You showed up with your legs greased up in front of a cat that you know is this cat is
Damn right.
rage at the homosexual. Once again, he's a pastor. Every Sunday he gets up and teach people about the word of the Lord. When the Lord said a man, you know what I'm saying, being a homosexual is an abomination.
Damn right.
Yeah,
And to sit there and tell another man, you know what I'm saying, that your legs are pretty, you know what I'm saying, and the brother not be offended, it would tell you, you know what I'm saying, the obvious answer.
Damn
that
right.
he probably got some sugar in his tank as well.
Damn right.
Now, this is a cat that played in the NFL, was a strong quarterback like Lamar said. They called him Superman. This got to be running 2-3 defenders on him, and he's still running the football, which goes to show you that real strength is the spiritual strength that you need to fight against the philosophies of this place.
That's right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It takes real strength to not be a homosexual.
That's right.
You think real strength is running a football.
Right.
Or dribbling the basketball, jumping up, dunking. You know what I'm saying? That ain't strength. That's just an athletic ability, you know what I'm saying, that the white man benefits off of. But the white man don't benefit off of you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Like, what you don't understand is that if you want to destroy this kingdom, and this kingdom need to be destroyed, what's going to destroy this kingdom is us keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Damn right,
See what I'm
sir.
saying?
That's right.
Like, that's what real strength is. Like, real strength is loving our brother as thyself. Because you can see right now the way we shooting each other, you know what I'm saying? We hate each other. Why do we hate each other? Because we sitting there trying to give all our love to our oppressor.
Right.
Like we mentioned earlier, the brother say, I love everybody. Who said that? It was a story we went over earlier. Kanye West. You know, black people, I'm so tired of hearing you say you love everybody. You love everybody, but as a nation of people, as a race of people, you know what I'm saying, you in last place.
Sure.
You ain't got an army, a jet, a boat, or nothing, but you love everybody. You understand? Which is a problem, because when you love everybody, by the time you get back to black people, nigga, ain't no love left.
Damn right.
There's no love left to give, which makes it, that's how you know loving everybody is wrong.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to you, my brother. You ever done?
So like it, sir, just like what you were saying, man, like it's so heavy, you know what I'm saying, like what we dealing with as a people. Like Cam Newton, you know what I'm saying, is on here, you know what I'm saying, like you said, showing off his legs, you know what I'm saying. He gets, you know what I'm saying, emasculated, and he's down with the whole play. What we have to get back to as black men is taking our masculinity back.
That's it.
To the point to where it's like things like this, it's a no-go. We're not going for none of this.
That's it. That's it.
Yo,
That's
pause,
it.
dog. Like, what the fuck? What is we talking about?
Man, listen. Cam was supposed to check. Get me right on this. Cam was supposed to check him like that cat in Baltimore checked him that day. Y'all remember that? He said, "Man, you ain't gonna come around here doing this." And all the thing that cat said was, "Okay." He was like a straight up bitch. He was okay. He said, "Get your ass from around here." He was like, "Okay." He went and walked to his car real humbly and got up out of it. That's how these preachers need to get checked. You understand? Because they destroying black people. They run across me. They already know. They see me. They turn it the other way. You know what I'm saying? Because they already know, man. We ain't trying to hear none of that Christian garbage. We ain't trying to hear nothing about God love everybody. You understand? And you can be whatever sexuality you want. We destroy behind that.
Right.
When you are in the UPK and you get that oil poured on your head, understand one of your top jobs up in here is to check these preachers on what they teaching our people.
Right,
they ought to get checked. You understand? And Cam should have checked this cat, but he didn't check him because obviously he down with the program as well. I told y'all, man, and it's just my belief. Nowadays, 8 out of 10 black men is homosexual.
Yeah,
which is 80%. Might be higher than that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And give it 5 years, it'll be 9 out of 10.
Man, Cat, we should have went over that Boss Man D-Lo.
Oh my God, I forgot about
that.
Let's
one.
had that prepared for Sunday with General Commander Jenny Hunter, Boss Man D-Lo. I seen
Good
that.
night.
Well, you ain't hear about that? Boss Man D-Lo was texting, you know what I'm saying, the transvestite.
Oh, good night.
You see what I'm saying? Well, his name is D-Lo.
D-Lo, it is D-Lo, right?
On the down low.
Damn.
I mean, listen.
Hiding in plain
Ain't
sight.
nowhere safe.
Right.
Like, and this is why you cannot, this is why you can't just not, come up against homosexuality. When you let homosexuality just run rampant, everybody's going to become homosexual. Because the demon of homosexuality is they not just satisfied. It's a disease. It's a mental illness. But the illness is they not just satisfied with themselves being homosexual. It's something that has to spread. It's like cancer or AIDS. You know what I'm saying? The AIDS just don't stay with one person. The AIDS has to spread. It got to find another victim to get. You understand? It's the same way with homosexuality. When you don't speak against it, and when you tell people it's just okay, and people it's an alternative lifestyle, then it's just gonna spread until eventually everybody is like. And what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah? You better do the research. You can look this up on YouTube. Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. The scientists, they went to the place that was called Sodom and Gomorrah, and they say, yeah, meteors did destroy this place. You understand? According to the white man's researchers, you know what I'm saying? Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by God, according to what they say. They went and did the research. And I'm telling you now, we already went over this. I'm going to tell you again. You better be warned. The Lord going to do the same thing to America. When the Bibles tell you that it's a place called spiritually Sodom and Egypt, Sodom because of the homosexuality that existed in this place, and Egypt because America was engineered off slavery.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord said He gonna wipe this place off the map.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Mayad, I'm coming to you next. Go. You had something?
Oh, lot, sir.
Come on, Lamar.
I want to say, we got that photo of a said Israelite group leader.
Oh yeah, bro.
Looking just as LGBTQ
broke
as ever.
Put the photo up if you could. Give me Exhibit A.
Brokeback Nate.
Exhibit A, please.
Brokeback Nation.
Brokeback Nation.
Lord,
oh, there we go. Cowgirl. And he just
look at how you watch it, y'all. Look at that.
Oh yeah, they're just as sassy as they can be. Broke black.
Now, if that ain't the gayest cowboy picture I ever seen in my entire life, I don't know what is. My father's
Cap, it's crazy because soon as y'all just shot, hey, this is my first time seeing the picture. I ain't seen it, so
I'm gonna have nightmares. I shouldn't have looked at this.
That's so.
Now I'm gonna have nightmares. I ain't gonna be able to sleep. And we got
to your retina.
Hey, Cap, that song about an LGBTQ dude popped in my head. I'm going to take my horse to the Old Town Road.
That's what song should go with this picture right here.
Little Nate X.
Oh my God!
Oh my
That's little.
On the t-shirt.
Listen, real quick. All I see is sugar and iced tea in this picture.
Good night.
It's just too much sweetness in it.
Hey, good.
Listen, man. I want to thank, everybody for joining us tonight on the Round Table of Truth. We got to end it with that right there. Okay? This show is over. All right? Listen, man, we want encourage everybody to join us Sunday morning for a special rendition of the Round Table of Truth. We got Commander Jenny Hunter. He's going to be live in the studio.
That's right.
Right here with us on the Round Table of Truth. Right. This is the brother, you know what I'm saying, that the Most High have chosen to lead blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians to serve our king, a black man named Yahweh Shah Mashiach, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ.
Right.
Commander Jenny Hunter is that nigga. ISUPK is Real Nigga University to a T. You understand? So he's going to be here Sunday morning. We're going to have breakfast. I believe the sister's going to be serving breakfast as well. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget also, we got camp tomorrow downtown. You understand? On State. Where we at?
No, Magnificent
Mile.
Michigan Ave. We on Magnificent Mile. We're going to be out there from 11 a.m. I believe to 5. And then we also we're going to
The 312 Awards.
312 Awards. You know what I'm saying? 290 more awards. We up for a podcast award. We want y'all to join us for all that. Man, go to our social medias to check out everything that we doing in ISUPK Chicago and all over the ISUPK. Brothers doing stuff every day. You know what I mean? So don't forget to join us Sunday morning, you know what I mean, for the joint.
That's right.
Go ahead, Al.
So I just wanted to bring up real quick before we get out.
Go ahead.
Of course, we implementing, people can jump on stage. Of course, if you don't want your face to be seen, we don't have to do that. But we try to make it more interactive. Of course, it's always been an interactive podcast, and we want to make it even more interactive. So today we did a little bit, but Sunday we will be answering questions, if I ain't mistaken, sir, for Commander Junior Hanna. If you got a question, of course, I did put it in a disclaimer for YouTube.
Yeah.
If you come in with craziness, you won't get back in ever again, and we're gonna cut you out. But of course, if you do have some real questions, some general questions to ask the general or whatever, or even Cap Carter, even a brother that's a co-host on the podcast.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all come in, ask questions, man. Be interactive. We try to be the most interactive podcast in America right now.
Give it up.
You know what I'm saying? So we want everybody to be involved. Make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all keep tuning in. Y'all keep on liking, sharing, commenting, and you know what I'm saying? Let this thing get big. Sluggy. That's it.
Right. Give it up. And the announcement was not. I said it already. Damn, Salaki. I kind of did the announcements already. Salaki, go ahead, man. You had your hand up.
Just one announcement, Cap, if I could.
Please.
Pay your tithes.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Damn right.
Pay your tithes. You know what I'm saying? 10% of every increase that you get goes to the priest. You know what I'm saying? And prophets of the Lord.
That's right.
That's how, because this truth is self-funded. You know what I'm saying? We don't get no grants. We don't get no. They talk about the 401c3, Cap, like that's something that we're gonna back away from. Look, we don't get no grants. We don't get no monies from the government. We don't get no. This is all self-funded by the men of the ISUPK.
Damn right.
You know what I mean?
Give it up. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like the brother said, bring your questions on Sunday morning, man. Commander Jenny Hanna gonna be here right with us. Whatever question you've been wanting to ask about the truth, about God, about Christ, you know what I'm saying, about ISUPK, about the Israelites, Jenny Hanna gonna be here to answer the questions.
Damn
so
right.
Bring your questions, you know what I'm saying? Now, you can send your questions early. What's our email they can send their questions to if they got it?
It's RT of Truth 1969.
But just post it in the chat.
We gonna put it.
They're gonna post it in the chat. Post the email in the chat so you can send your question, or you can wait to Sunday to ask your question as well. It don't matter.
Yeah,
so with that being said, man, I want to give it up to my co-host to the right, Officer Lamaki Yala in the building. You understand? To my left, we got Officer Yara down in the building. Go ahead, plug what you need to plug, Free.
If you want any of the merch, you know what I'm saying, you see on the Round Table of Truth, go to diversecitymall.com. Diversecitymall.com. You can get your merch.
Most High Christ, give it up. You know what I'm saying? Officer, we got Officer Iowa Lum in the building. Anything you want to say, brother?
Yeah, come sir. Be on the lookout next week for another segment of the Round Table of Truth, historical proof.
Right.
The first episode will be dropping next week, as well as the War Report next Thursday.
Damn right. Come on. Yeah.
Hey, Khan, and if you could, every Saturday, this Saturday is going to be a little bit early. We're going to start at 8 a.m., you know what I'm saying, so we can get a full day of the work of the Lord in. But every Saturday around the nation, around the world, tune in to the Sabbath service. You know what I'm saying? Well, you will get the full history of our nation from Genesis to Revelations in the ancient Hebrew and in the English, and the proper breakdowns that you're not going to get in that Christian church.
Damn right. I understand it. You filling up the Christian church, you know what I'm saying, on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? They in there teaching you lies. Ain't pulled one scripture the whole service on Sunday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He just going off the top of his head.
Right.
He got a doctorate to teach the word of the Lord. From who? You understand? The white man?
Okay.
You understand? Come to the Sabbath service, man, and truly get taught.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? By a certified priest. You know what I mean?
Right.
With that being said, I want to give it up to all the other mighty men up this in this joint. You know what I'm saying? Our technical team worked hard tonight to fix the sound. and everything else that they do. You know what I'm saying? I seen them flipping the screens back and forth and all this. You understand? Brothers have got a new computer, so they over here like Inspector Gadget on that joint. You understand? A rum woman Inspector Gadget his whole life. We got it right what he need. That's like a toy for him. You know what I mean? So big up to Officer Rumman, get a brother a hand. Also to Roscoe Rob, you know what I mean, working hard. We works the hell out of Roscoe Rob, and I ain't gonna lie, he at 500, man, but he get work like he at 5,000. You know what I mean? Sometimes the brother don't know whether he going to cover. Well, yeah, this there. Big shout out to Officer Roscoe Rob. Also, you know what I'm saying, in the joint in the building, we got Officer Kazawan in the building. Right. You understand? The brothers in charge of the health department. I'm gonna tell you, don't come in here sick. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he come here for. He ain't come here to listen about no breakdown. Nothing. He come here to see who coughing. You know what I'm saying? And if you coughing, listen, if you coughing, you got to get close. The nigga gonna put you on injury reserve. You understand? He don't play no games by his office. I love the hell out of this brother, man. Do a ton of work. You know what I'm saying? Just all over. Great family, man. Take care of kids and all that, man. This is what the Commander Jenny Hanna is raising up in here, man.
Damn right.
We better than your church, man. You understand?
Damn right.
We better than Islam. We better than sports. The UPK, man. We everything. Also, you know what I'm saying? I want to give it up to our unofficial 6 hosts, you know what I'm saying? Mapata's you see, nigga got the mic in his hand right now.
He ready for a closing
The seat right there, we might as well just tell him to pull up right there. And the nigga's the 6 hosts. Yeah, we call him the chef of the Midwest because the brother will grill the shit out of some burgers and dogs.
Damn right.
Listen, grill so many, had my stomach hurt the next morning. You know what I'm saying? Because the barbecue, I couldn't stop eating it. You know he over there, look. The bill on the, I can't tell y'all all the secrets, but y'all know what it is. I'm Captain Mal Quad, man. We'll see y'all Sunday morning right here on the Round Table Truth, 11 a.m. We out. Shalom. But this weekend we got a double header. Hey, Shalom Israel, what's going on? Captain Mal Quad of the ISUK. Encourage you to join us for another Roundtable Truth tonight. We're getting it in. But this weekend we got a double header. We're gonna hit you tonight with a Roundtable Truth, where we got special guest Captain Dagal Gabar, St. Louis, coming on to join us tonight via video. He's gonna explain what happened after the tornado that hit St. Louis. A lot of travesty, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things going on that people don't know about. We're gonna have the brother on tonight, as well as Sunday. We got a breakfast sit down with Commander Jenny Hanna. He's gonna be live in the studio as well. We're gonna get it in. So join us on the Roundtable Truth Friday tonight and on Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Let's get it in. Support us, subscribe, and let's just do what we need to do to push this work. All right. Shalom. I'm out.
They told us the plug was the way, but all we got was the plague. From the crack epidemic to fentanyl, they flood the streets and destroy our family. The game was never meant to make us kings, it was meant to make us slaves. The truth must be told, drug dealers ain't heroes. Drug abuse is not an escape, it's a plague. Join us for a powerful lecture, More Drugs, the Plague, Not the Plug, by Captain Dagal Gabar, on June 14th, 2025, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. We're going to be located at Julia Davis Library at 4415 Natural Bridge Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri. For more information, call 314-696-8288. More Drugs, the Plague, Not the Plug, by Captain Dagal Gabar. They told us the plug was the way, but all we got was the plague. From the crack epidemic to fentanyl, they flood the streets and destroy our families. The game was never meant to make us kings, it was meant to make us slaves. The truth must be told, drug dealers ain't heroes. Drug abuse is not an escape, it's a plague. Join us for a powerful lecture, More Drugs, the Plague, Not the Plug, by Captain Dagal Gabar, on June 14th, 2025, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. We're going to be located at Julia Davis Library at 4415 Natural Bridge Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri. For more information, call 314-696-8288. More Drugs, the Plague, Not the Plug, by Captain Dagal Gabar.